O comboio Alfa CP Comboios de Portugal, procedente de Lisboa-Santa Apolónia e com destino a Braga, que deverá dar entrada na linha número 1. Circula com um atraso de 5 minutos. A sua hora prevista de chegada é às 16 horas e 15 minutos. Pedimos a vossa compreensão pelos incómodos causados. Dentro de minutos, dará entrada na linha número 1. O comboio.
Incremento do Darwin Nunes, ao que abriu o marcador. Os adeptos acreditam. A luz pode explodir outra vez. E a luz e hoje quem vai gritar o gol. Se a bola empate vão ser os adeptos. Eu depois vou acompanhar. Ai, ele vai atirar. Ele vai atirar. Ele vai atirar. Ele vai atirar.
I love that intro, man. I freaking love it.
You know, let's be honest. I was laughing because the countdown. You know, the lady she talks. It sounds like you're about. At this point, to me, it sounds like I was going to get on the worst roller coaster ride there is. It's basically like in my mind, she's saying, you know, sit tight, buckle up. You're going to go for a hell of a ride. You know what I mean? This is sure. Make sure you've met the height requirements for this fucking ride.
I saw that and saw the Marquês get filled up. And I like that was like the most recent the Reconquista year, right? So I was in the Marquês. That was the only time I've ever been there, and I was just thinking to myself, well, if I plan on going back, it's not going to be this year.
It's like those are like distant memories.
It's right, I looked and I'm like, oh yeah, that's nice when we won championships. What a concept, right? 37 of them.
Seems so long ago, right?
There's this one funny story. There's this restaurant in Terceira. And there's this little old man. It's called Canadinha. It's great, like one of those, you know, traditional Portuguese food places. Menus on like this little rolling thing. There's like bull heads all on the walls and stuff, right? The password for the Wi-Fi. Hopefully, you know, no one goes there, and my main man, the owner, doesn't get pissed at me. But it's Benfica 37, and like it changes every year with every Benfica win. It's been Benfica 37 for what 3 years now. I don't want to go there and put in Benfica 37. Like I want to have to go.
I don't want my cell phone remembering your Wi-Fi password. I want to go ask for a new password.
I want to know that when I go there next time, it's Benfica 38. And I don't want to just go and be like, oh yeah, my phone's cool with the Wi-Fi. Like I want to be like, why am I not getting texts? Like what's good? And then have to change the password.
I'm glad you brought the 37 championships up because I want to talk about that. We'll get into the game and things like that. But
real quick,
people are waiting for a rant. People waiting for a rant, and I'll be honest. I don't have the energy after today. Yeah, I'll let Joe take it over. I don't have the energy for a real rant. What I want to do today is really talk about this team. Really, it's not just. I don't think Benfica fans are looking at this as game by game any longer. I think we're looking at this year by year. Right now, it's like all this shit leading up to a game like this. And that's all I want to do. I want to talk it out. I'm very pissed, believe me. I'm like almost talking through my teeth. But I'm too tired, man. I'm too tired for a rant. But I definitely know I definitely have some points I want to make today.
All right, so real quick, I gotta give a shout out to obviously Cesar da Silva. Thank you for joining the membership thing there. I got the Statica bit. I don't know if it's my mic or your mic or where it's come from, but you hear the static or is that just me?
No, I hear it too. No, I hear it.
Okay, so maybe it stopped. But yeah. So big thank you. The chat was going nuts before we went live. Just start off with Boris's George Flamingo is waiting, and oh god, are they waiting for him? I got a feeling today's gonna be a very bipolar. So many freaking comments. Oh, this is gonna be tough to kind of keep up.
I got you. I'll man the chat. Mario.
But you know what? I want to focus on the people for a bit first, and you kind of man the chat. I'll just say a quick thing. Full transparency. I missed the game. Work was chaos. I didn't see it. I only saw the highlights. I last minute just got home from work a moment ago. I chatted with Joe and Alex a little bit beforehand. So I'm actually here kind of like the audience to learn about what happened, but probably most of the audience saw the match. I see the result. I saw the highlights. But holy cow, is this a disappointing situation? And then the only thing I want to quickly say before I pass it off to you guys is basically Luis basically said something in our group chat, which was he was there for when we lost 3-0 against Sporting at the beginning of the season. Rui Vittoria's first year, you know what I mean? And that was a brand new coach with a team that lost some players against Sporting, who had the core of the 2016 Euro squad. And oh yeah, man, this thing is right staticking up.
Yeah, it is. It's tough. Sorry, everybody for that.
It's all good. It's all good. We'll figure it out. It's probably you got to jiggle the wires, but
the satellites, the Russians,
the satellites, the internets, the Russians. Boris, definitely Boris. Boris
it's gotta be Boris.
You know, Mello,
Boris out like shaking the.
This is the first time I've cracked a smile in legitimately like 5 hours. So
hey, mine was when Ethan called it Shreezo.
The Shrees.
Oh my god, I was pissed. I was going off in our chat. We of course we got to be a 90 group chat, and I'm going off. And Ethan, fucking what an angel that man is. That kid is just an angel. He asked us who our Shreezo was. And I'm
gonna put the spelling in the chat.
Yeah, put the spelling in the chat. And like Joe, I didn't crack a smile. I was sad. My nieces were here. You know, it was tough. But when I read Shreezo, oh man, that was
put it up, Mario. Just put it in the chat.
That is awesome. Let's see if I can find. Where is this thing? That's Shreezo.
It was amazing.
Where's the group chat at? We'll have to get it. We'll get a WhatsApp
right after
chat.
We should. Hey, I would actually be down for a big like a Benfica after 90 group chat.
We should do that. We should do that.
That sounds like a great idea. I like that idea too.
I was thinking about that the other day.
That's actually a good idea. We're gonna get details for it on how.
Shout out to Boxio,
yeah. That might be good.
So real quick, so I just want to finish what Luis said real quickly and pass off. But anyways, long story short, he kind of said, about the 3-0 how he was there, but there's a different feeling back then. He just doesn't feel like we'll be coming out the light. And when he said those words, I thought about Rui Vittoria being a brand new manager, us losing players, having not gotten reinforcements, George Jesus going to a stacked Sporting side and knowing all of our intel and really beating us solidly when he was the Sporting manager. But this is George Jesus now on year 2 with the biggest budget ever in the history of the club, 2 years back to back. Absolutely no excuse. Sporting did lose some talent. Sporting had some talent missing. There is no COVID excuse for us. And there's no other excuses. I didn't see the match. I saw a lot of crossbars. I saw a lot of incidences. Still tight in the table. Anything can happen. So I don't want to be all pessimistic, but my God, it sucked to see it. So yeah, Joe, you take it off and I'll keep playing around this chat.
I mean, do you want to go into the game, Mello, and then we can just
let me just go ahead real quick, the spiel real quick.
I got a lot to say.
Benfica's as you know, we'll get into the game. As you know, today was the derby, crosstown rivals. Sporting came into the luge today. And let's just start the lineup, man. If we can get the lineup going, we could just start.
I do want to point out when Mario gets us up, Benfica hadn't lost at home to Sporting obviously since JJ was their manager. So it was 2016. So going on 6 years.
For some context. Before going into the starting 11.
Yeah. Hey, I'll get the 11. Yeah, let's get the 11 going. Here, let me go. I got starting 11 with... All right, I should be yelling this out, I guess. We got Odysseus in the back, Grimaldo, Vertonghen, Otamendi, Almeida, Lazaro, João Mario Weigl, Everton, Rafa, and Darwin Núñez up front for Benfica was our lineup for today, with substitutions with Pizzi, Chuck, Tarat, Gilberto, Pizzi, Ramsh, and so that's what we got here as our 11.
I do just want to point one thing out. That you did get a couple wrong, Mario. Benfica didn't play with anyone on the right side today. So for anyone that watched the game, we just didn't have Valentino and Andre Almeida didn't play. So they could have been in the starting 11, but I know damn well they didn't walk out. So, but carry on.
I did see in the highlights. So Almeida, how bad? I saw like it seemed all the goals came from that side. Like it seemed like all the goals came from that defensive.
Dumpster fire isn't the word.
Yeah, I think real quick, just real fast, not as if anybody knows. Yeah, not if anybody doesn't know the end of the result, but like I said, we went through the lineup today. That was our 11 going up against Sporting today in the Luge, mind you. 6 years we haven't lost to this team, as Joe pointed out. Started off in the 8th minute, Sporting go up, Paulo Sarabia scores. They go up early. Paulinho in the 62nd minute makes it 2-0. And then Mateo Nunes makes it 3-0 in the 68th minute. Peasy tabs one on later on in the 90th minute, 96th minute, if you will. And Benfica lose today 3-1 to their crosstown rivals. Now, Joe, I know you have a lot. You're chomping on the bit. And I want to let you, go ahead, take it.
Before I'm just going to let the rant and everything, whatever, if it happens, come naturally. I'm not going to try to, force anything, but like, just to kind of talk about what I thought. Somebody will. Been close. The one thing that I thought when I saw the starting 11 was just, again, to set the context. Okay, Sporting's top 5 players, right? In any order, are Pedro Gonçalves Pot, Mateus Nunes in the midfield, Palhinha in the midfield, Coates, right? And then Adan right there too, because he's just a great keeper. But you can always say that it's Coates and Gonçalo Inácio. I mean, honestly, they go like their top 7, Porro, like Pedro Porro, like they really do have like a solid team when you look at it. But the thing is, they built it the right way, and they have a manager that gets everything they can out of that team. But when I looked at the lineup and saw no Palhinha because of his injury, which for Portugal's sake, hope he comes back and he recovers well. But then I saw no Coates, who, if you told me this game, was a 1-goal game, I would have said right away, okay, Seba scored the goal. Like it was Coates just scored the game winner, right, on a corner or something like that. But obviously that wasn't the case today. But I came into the game confident, and Luis too even said, we said in our group, like, I'm worried because I'm so confident. And I just kind of had in no world did I see us losing today. And in no world whatsoever did I see us getting absolutely embarrassed at home with a superior squad. And not just get like, when you can lose, right? You lose games that you should win. Portimonense for us this season. You win games that you should lose. That's life. That's sports. It's, how the cookie crumbles, like they say. But today, Sporting winning 3-1, you look back at the chances. Oh, we had this chance. We hit the bar twice. Grimaldo had that header in the first half. Rafa missed an open net again, which don't even get me started on that. But we had all these chances. But really, when you think about it, Sporting dominated that game. Absolutely dominated. So, yeah, we had a chance here or there. But never at any point did you think, or did any fans come away today saying Benfica deserved to win? Oh, blah, 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 any of this, this or that, the other thing. But that's really what it just came down to. Is I looked at the lineup, and right away, that goal in the 8th minute, for anyone that hasn't seen it, seriously,
it was beautiful.
Watch it because it was beautiful. I wasn't even mad when the goal happened, because I was like, when it happened, I was like, wow, what a finish. It reminded me of the Bernardo Silva finish.
The whole thing, the whole setup, the pass, the cross.
Exactly. It was Port to Pot with a beautiful ball over, Sarabia with a beautiful finish. Nothing Odi could have done about that, right? But again, that's on Valentino and Almeida for letting Sarabia get in behind him. So that was my first kind of like first moment in the match where I was like, what the hell is going on with this back right side? Mello.
Where to begin? The game plan, I see a lot of in the chat. Game plan was trash. Let's just say that first of all, there was no game plan. There are no tactics with this. For
Benfica. Sporting had a clear game plan and they executed it perfectly.
This is what I told. This is what I told somebody on Twitter. My worst fears came true today. And my worst fears was that we aren't the superior team that everyone says we are, not even on paper. Because really, when I look at the two teams, and I'm looking at them right now, there's about 4 players I'd rather have on that team. I'll be honest with you. You know what I mean? So this whole thing where we keep saying that Benfica has the superior team, That's what my whole fear was, is that we don't have the superior team, and we just keep saying this because we're blinded by dollar signs. And that's what this team is. It's just we're blinded by how much we paid for these guys, so we think that they're quality. But in reality, they're really not that quality.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Against players, like against smaller clubs, even, you know, they don't fear us anymore. There's not a player on the team right now that can take over a game. There's no one that dunk on you, basically. A basketball reference, right? You look on the pitch, you look across the pitch, but there's no one. There's no one.
Muscle.
No muscle. No
Otamendi's
mind muscle neither. No mind muscle neither. We're missing the biggest muscle of all.
When you look at
the mind, because our mind's fucked up.
That's the issue, though.
Our mentality. There's something wrong with this team internally, and we'll get into it. But in regards to the game, speed and youth kill. Plain and simple. All right. Pojo, and I've been saying this about this guy, Pedro Pojo, for a while now. This kid is fucking great, bro. Like, he's fucking a phenomenal player, bro. Like, I can't even believe that they went out.
City let him go.
Another thing, too. Like, look how they built this team, bro. They went out, they scouted, right? They bought half contracts in a way that they could still make money, right? That, like, my biggest fears today in the first half were really, like, they came to fruition. They're true. Right, the Benfica is stuck in the past. We're stuck in the past, and you know that first half. Now, if you look at the ball, the ball control, we had most of the ball, but we know as Benfica fans that that's not good for us because we're not creative. There's no creativity. The only thing we do is send the ball, the same cross in, the same cross in, the same cross in. 4 defenders in the box, one fucking striker. Send the ball in on a cross. Send the ball. It's like there's no creativity. There's nothing. There's no great tactic. What are the tactics? When you look at Sporting today, you saw game plan. You saw like they were always looking for the guy on the outlet pass, the guy running far. You know what I mean? And they were killing us on that. They were murdering us on that. But you could tell it was a team, and I tweeted it. Today's story was a well-managed team versus a big payroll. That's what it was.
Yeah,
that's what happened today. They completely outclassed us because look at the ball. Anytime they had chances, they took them. Benfica had much of the ball, didn't take any chances. Don't take shots. We don't take shots. We take crosses. Now, if you turn some of those crosses into shots, maybe your luck will your goal to shot ratio will go up a little bit.
You want to talk about that something, Mello, that really sorry to just cut you off.
No,
I just have to say this. It's like
it's fine, bro.
Everton, right? Everton.
This guy's
which
trash.
I guess he does. No, but like, listen, you saw that one play. Open net
commentary. Yeah, don't let me interrupt you. That's more of a that's side commentary. That's an ad lib. I'm ad libbing for you, brother. Keep going. He's trash.
No. Sure. He is because like he has that chance, right? But that's such an example of this team, right? And you were just talking about a ton of stuff. Someone was bringing up, you were talking about crosses. And this is what it made me think of. There was a couple crosses there. It was after they went up 2-0, right? And so even just before to touch on the 2-0, where we could have made it 1-1, where people are going to trash on Darwin because he had that one chance in the box. I'll tell you what, the best chance you had today was from Darwin. Mm-hmm. Okay? The best chances you had today were from João Mario and Darwin. Mm-hmm. Yeah, João Mario misses the chance, and Darwin had another chance that he missed. But those guys are at least in the right places. Chuck, I'll say one thing. Chuck did have the assist that got, incorrectly called back. No, I don't see anyone on Twitter, Sporting or Benfica, saying that VAR messed up there, so we're not even going to touch on that. Sporting had a goal for Paulinho right before the halftime that was called offside. He was offside just by a bit, unlucky, but he was offside. Game goes 1-1 into the half. Second half, they right before they go up 2-0. Darwin takes the ball, gets right past Pedro Porro, which is not easy, obviously, because he's a great player.
Grimaldo got past him a couple times. Grimaldo did him a couple times today, which was nice. But there's nothing on the other end of those things.
Correct. Well, so what happens is like Darwin puts in a great ball right in the penalty spot. It looks like Chuck's going to kind of get to it, and this is what I'm going to get at. But then, it falls to João Mario doesn't do what he should do and scores. And misses, rather. Right into Don's hands. Okay?
Hands, yeah.
What's wrong there? Do you know what pisses me off? Chuck, listen. Everyone's going to trash on Darwin. Everyone's going to trash on Rafa, and rightfully so, because those are guys who... Darwin's the most expensive player in Portuguese history, right? In Portuguese league history, I should say. Rafa Silva is a guy who's been on fire on year. His potential's unreal. He's been linked to the Premier League for I don't know how many, 40, 50, 60 million for I don't know how many years. And everyone's kind of like, oh, why doesn't he go? Why doesn't he go? He gets hurt here and there. Yeah, he gets fouled a lot. Like today, fouled 6 times. I mean, him and João Mari today were also Sporting's ragdolls. Like, Ugarte not coming away from that game with a yellow for the way he played also, for me, was just crazy. And like the sea of yellow that we saw today from Port's favorite referee. But the thing that I'm going to get at is Chuck, man. Chuck for that ball with Darwin. You're not going to get to it. You're not in the right place. He just kind of goes. What did he do? He distracts João Mario.
Crosses
Chuck,
it.
on
He
one of those
crosses
crosses, those crosses from Grimaldo. There was one where it was Neto. I think Fidal was still in the game before he pulled his hammy, which, tough for them, obviously, for Sporting in the future. And then Gonçalo Inácio. All 3 of them are right there. They had the ball. Do you know what Chuck does? A little jump and puts his leg in the air. I was so pissed. So, because when he goes for the ball, and I'm just starting to realize this now, it seems like there's never the intention of, like we joked around when he got signed, I take ball, I score. Like that cold Ukrainian that we want, like the way he is with the national team. When he gets the ball, score. Here, it's like he's kind of like running around, right? He's just, it seems like this, I don't know what needs to click in his head again, and this is where we're mentally weak. These guys like Darwin, at least, you saw Darwin when he scored the goal that got called off, punted the ball in the stands. Punted because he knew he missed a chance before. At least he has, he has a ton of things wrong with him. He's a very wrong player, a very raw player, I should say. Raw talent. He, maybe something. He can score goals. He's a beast physically, which I do want to point out, right? And he'll turn on the Jets and beat Porto and beat Gonçalo Inácio like he did during the game today. He doesn't make the right decisions a lot of times, but neither does Rafa, and that was, 8 years in the making. The whole point with Darwin, though, is at least he gets the ball, he picks it up, and is like, listen, even if I should pass to someone, I'm just going to run and do my thing.
Do something with it.
Yeah. Chuck just isn't. Chuck seems like he doesn't. He hasn't even spoken.
With JJ
since he came in.
You know what it is?
The game plan
is that you have a bunch of non-Portuguese player playing Portuguese football. All right.
Yeah.
Honestly, no. I'm serious. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for a European style striker like Chuck. This cute passes, these behind the back, cute give and go shit. This don't work for this team. Why does and I'm posing that question? Why does Portuguese soccer not work? Why does Portuguese style football work for everyone but Benfica? Think about it. Look at Lage. I seen someone. I think it was a text or somebody's, giving up. I think it was a message here.
Because we're refined fools.
That they're giving Lage credit in the Premier League about how he's playing the team, how he's playing his tactics. Right? It's like Portuguese football works for everybody but Benfica. Rui Vitória, Bruno Lage, now with JJ. It's the same thing. It's insanity. We're trying the same things every time and no different outcome. I think we need to get more of a straight guy. I think just our tactics need to be more fucking direct. Like pass, shoot. Pass, shoot. Like just I want 3 passes, not fucking 7 in a row. Like, what does all these passes do if you ain't getting the ball on?
Well, but then the problem after the second goal, which actually the commentator is, I think everyone was thinking it at the same time because BTV said it right as I was thinking it. And I'll touch on Kevin's B team, the whole B team and the coaching stuff we're gonna get to, but we're just gonna focus on the game right now, right? But there was a part in the game there where it was just a ping pong ball. Right? Or pinball, however you want to talk about it. It was back and forth, back and forth.
Can I ask, because again, I'm taking a different perspective on it because I'm living out the highlights.
Yeah.
Both you and Mello are alluding to this. I'm seeing it in the chat. I see 66% ball possession, 70, 63.
Well,
but it sounds like we were rarely in control at all. Just kind of curious. Is it just that we're just kind of floating around we're doing the horseshoe passing?
No, we weren't doing. I don't even think it was that. It's just that every time, for example, they would never try to. I can't even say would never try to penetrate. But listen, if Odie had the ball and passed it back to either Vertonghen or Otamendi or just any of the center backs, right? The second they got the ball, they had a Sporting guy on them. They pressed. They're and this just goes back to Amorim's tactics, which are unreal. He's a fantastic coach. He gets the absolute most he can out of these players because you'll see some of these players will go on to be great things like Mateus Nunes, Paulinho, Pot, like these guys, right? But you'll have other players in this team where, maybe Gonçalo Inácio, for example. And listen, I like him. I hope he becomes big. I hope he's Portugal's next, center back. When you say Font and Pep, retire whenever that is, the next 50
options.
years.
Yeah.
Right. But like, no, but seriously, I look at them and I'm like, he gets every single thing he needs to get at that play. Ugarte today, Ugarte was great for Famalicão. Everyone wanted him.
It's simple football.
All he does is go, hey guys, look, they get the ball, press as a team. They always press as a team. They always have space brought up the right way. On the second goal, or actually no, it was the third goal, the Mateus Nunes goal. João Mário was just in no man's land, and Weigl was marking Mateus Nunes. And then what happens is Mateus Nunes makes a run. Weigl's tired, and even then, Weigl's probably thinking that it's going to be André Almeida that gets the ball. He's slow as hell. Shouldn't have been in the game. Was sleeping all game. Doesn't get to the ball. Mateus Nunes then great play. But like what it all gets down to is the fact that these players today, Mario, all they did was like Sporting did something very simple. They get the ball, they'd make a couple passes. They were very calm on the ball. They'd press. They'd shoot. The biggest thing, they always had the intention of this. We get the ball. Let's figure out how we're going to get it to the goal. Benfica was this. Damn, we're down 2-0. Or even at the second half when we were down 2-0, we weren't even doing that. The game was
when we were down 1-0.
We were just kicking the ball back and forth. We couldn't even.
They're just waiting for an opening. Yeah, it's like in FIFA when you play FIFA and you just wait for the player to make a run so you could pass them the ball. That doesn't work like that in real life. That's why it's a fucking video game, right? Like you can't always wait for an open. Like you can't wait for the perfect moment. You have to create a moment, and we don't have enough players creating moments on this team right now. It's honestly, bro. Like I'm telling you, there's no creativity when you have the ball. When the ball is in our half, it's dead. The ball is dead. In my mind, there's no way we're gonna build up like. Half, we're playing in half the field. There's no way when we play in half the field that we score. Look how they scored on transitions, on speed. They attacked our back line, something terrible. And Otamendi and Vertonghen caught early yellows. I think Vertonghen caught an early yellow, right? That speed was killing us, bro. And I'm going to be honest with you, and I know this is getting a little ahead. And I see a lot of this in the chat, but what I wanted to talk about today was honestly, today you look at this team and you look at Sporting, as you just mentioned, these players are not old. These players are not old. These players are 26, 27 years old. We have 35-year-olds on our team, like constantly. Like, I mean,
like Premier League winners.
We're not young in all the right places. We're old in all the wrong places. You know what I mean? In all the right places, we're old. Like if you would think about it from another team's perspective, right? Like João Mario's cool, but he's not world beater. Right, like Vertonghen's cool, but he's on the back end of his career. Otamendi's okay, also on the back end of his career. André Almeida on the back end of his career. He don't even play center back.
André Almeida is the new Jardel.
I said I didn't have enough energy. I didn't, but now I could feel my blood boiling, and it's gonna be a rant pretty soon. My point here is, and I want to get Mario in here, and I know he's only living off, but there's I want to hear what his thought is when I say this. These guys gotta go. Yeah. You have to stop looking at the now. Earlier you said, Joe, you're tired of saying Benfica 37. We the only team that could say Benfica 37. You can't say Porto 37. You can't say Sporting 37. We have already solidified ourselves in the Portuguese annals, if you will, of soccer, of football. We are okay. What we need to stop doing is patching up gashing wounds. We need to stop patching up gashing wounds, getting rid of guys like Diaz, getting rid of guys like João Felix early in their career. Have a team. If you built a team with youth and you had them playing with a bunch of players, like a young team, you could keep these guys here, but just based off of their how fun they're having with their comrades, if you will, if you're winning together, right? But when you got patchwork like Benfica does, it's hard to like get up. Like, where are we going with this team? When I'm look around and I got Seferovic as my striker, you know what I mean? When I can have someone else like Gonçalo Ramos or someone like that. Like, all I'm saying is this team needs to hit the reset button in the worst way. Worst way, in my opinion. They need to hit the reset button and stop looking at the now and look for the future. Get rid of JJ's ass tomorrow. I don't care. You think Wednesday's coming up? You think we're going to win that fucking game?
So I got that.
But here's the thing.
I threw that into a poll, and I tried the poll. No, I put the poll out. The poll out was, should George Jesus be terminated if we get kicked out of the Champions League? And the answers across the board are yes.
Yes.
In terms of the votes that we're getting. My quick take, and it's not that I'm disagreeing with you, Melo. I agree with you. Grimaldo, Everton, Weigl, Rafa, a lot of guys, mid-20s, prime career, Darwin, young guy, Gonzalo Ramos, young guy, Morata, young guy, Otamendi, old but good. To me, it's less of a talent issue. To me, more and more, it's a managerial
personnel.
And I think it does go beyond George Jesus. I don't want to fully blame him. He deserves a ton of blame. He's had all the resources. However, I think it's just a general poor mentality across the club that's been there as an issue. The reality is, if you have the right-minded manager that can fire up players, Lodge is doing it in the EPL. What a squad that has less money than a lot of other squads in the EPL. Ruben Amorim is doing it. He did it at Benfica. Ruben Amorim is doing it at Sporting. You can see Sergio at friggin' Porto. I despise Porto. They've been trashed. They've had a lot of locker room issues. He can fire those guys up. I don't see where the point of George Jesus was to come in and break some heads, fire guys up. I see him upset on the sidelines here and there from other games. And again, I can't comment too much on today, but the reality is you just don't see that level of motivation. And players play for their players will play for a manager that they believe in, right?
Yeah, he talks a big game.
We got Luis coming in.
Look, we got our other brother. What's up,
real
brother?
Quick.
He talks a big game, though, right, Mario? I want to touch on that because I think like what you're saying is, I think JJ, you're right. JJ's all fucking talk, man. He's all fucking talk. He's got a good character. We said last show we were here. I like his character. I love JJ. If he was reading a comic book or if I was reading the newspaper, right? If it was a strip. Oh, here's the Saturday comic strips. JJ's at it again. Fucking silly JJ. Oh, he's always getting into trouble, that rascal. Right? I could get that. But this is fucking Benfica we're talking about. This isn't Saturday morning fucking cartoons. You know what I mean? I don't need you to be funny or have, great sound bites. You know what I mean? I need you to fucking beat Sporting in your house, which you've done. I have not lost the last 6 years.
Is Morata injured or anything of the sort?
No.
Or what?
So today, to give you the info there, apparently in general, Almeida earned his spot, right? Shutout enclosure. Thanks for that. But so what happened was Morata, when Otamendi had a very scary play for a second, and I was even worried as the game went on because he looked like he got his knee kind of caught in the grass, funny, and he was down, asked for the ice, like kind of rolling around, and I saw him like hold it a couple times after a few sprints, but he ended up being okay. Morata came up to like come on pretty much, and then obviously Otamendi was okay, so he stayed in the game, which I'm glad about. If anything, he should have been subbed on for Almeida. But one thing I want to point about JJ, his whole style, like he talks a lot, Melo. Like you're right. You know what told me today he has zero confidence in this team? When you are playing against, again, everything we gave, all the context we've given about Sporting, down some of their best players. You're at home. Your squad's healthy. You were very worried coming into this game because of that B-SAD game with COVID. At least I was, and I think we all were. Yeah. Right? Very worried. And he decides to take away a defender at halftime and put a striker as if it's, the last 10 minutes, and he didn't have faith that his team could naturally score. That's an issue. That is a legitimate issue. If you're playing like FIFA tactics and going, forward the front, right? Which that one Benfica, the Euro Cup back in the 60s, it's not going to work now. And you can't do that in a game. The reason why Sporting scored the second and third goal was because JJ opened up that right side, opened up the door and said, come right in. Come right in. Listen, I know that, this might give us a chance. He said, come right in. And the thing that really pisses me off, again, is the substitutions he made. Like Chuck, honestly, everyone gave up on Darwin last year. There was a point where I'm just like, hey, rest him. Same with Everton. Everton, honestly, today wasn't terrible. Lazaro to me was terrible. Mario, for you to know, there was a point in the first half where we had the ball, right? Down 1-0 at home. No pressure whatsoever. This guy gets the ball with legitimately like 30 meters ahead of him. No one around him, right? He stands. He stands and lets them just like start to walk over to him and close all the passing lanes. He didn't try to run up the field and try to, start the attack or anything. That guy switched off. Done. Right? But Chuck, man, Chuck wasn't the move to make. And listen, Ramos, the thing with Ramos, it's almost like a very odd situation, right? Like someone brought up the Bermuda Triangle. The thing with Ramos is like when he plays, unfortunately, the kid has just been missing all the chances this season, but we know the talent's there. He's just waiting to burst out. It happens every single time he plays for the Portugal U21s. Every single time.
JJ don't get talent. Who's JJ gotten talent out of? Like, tell me one player, and I want Luis to get in here because he fresh off. I could see the nice hairdo. That's a work hairdo right there. I could see that. But tell me one player that, JJ really made that player really good. Like, wow, without JJ, right? Because you go to Bruno Lage, right? You can say, well, he made it up pretty good. He got the most out of Felix, right? Somebody better scored 20 goals, right? Like you could see, even Rui Vitoria had who I'm thinking. Let me go back. Never mind. But go ahead, Rui. Rui Vitoria had nothing. But
first of all, I want to say,
who has he made better, bro?
First of all, I want to say hi to everyone. Hi to you guys. Hi to the chat. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late, but work has been a bit Christmas parties and all of that. I'm not sure what the audio sounds like. Again, new setup.
Sounds good.
Awesome. I can tell you one player he made great, Melo, Bernardo Silva, because he let him leave. But no, I want to be honest with you guys. Like, I didn't get much of the game. It was super busy. For me, the only thing that really frustrates me is we concede the goal, and the next, like, at least my opinion, like that's what I saw. Right, the next 5-10 minutes, it felt like it was all Benfica. And I remember like walking away from my phone because I had it on like BTV, right? And I walked away from my phone thinking, we got this. It's all good. It's all good. And even Marcella, my girlfriend, she was like, nah, you got this. I'm watching the game. Like, you're turning this around. Like, no doubt. And then it got stupid busy. It went into half time. And then we came back from half time. And it was just like every time I went to look at the phone, it was Sporting with the ball. And again, I don't know if, I don't want people to fire shots at me. Like, bear in mind, I was like freaking serving people and like trying to get a glimpse. And then it was 2-0. And bear in mind, I work in a bar with a Sportingista, right? Nice guy, to be honest. But I hate people. And this is like, if he said he's going to watch this. And if you're watching, I'll still say it. Like, I hate people that barely talk football. We have never had a decent conversation about football, right? Because he doesn't really watch it. He doesn't really care for it. But as soon as Sporting is winning, they message you and they ring you. And it's just like, I got quite a few friends that watch Sporting. I've had friends that stopped watching Sporting when they were shit, right? Same. And all of a sudden it came back. I respect that. That's fine. You do you, I do me. But don't try and, honestly, guys, I got so many messages from people like Portistas, Sportingistas. My phone was going zin, zin, zin. I thought it was like 7-0 at one point. It kept vibrating because after the 3-0, I sort of like switched it off.
I did the same thing.
Put it in my pocket, right? And it kept vibrating. So I thought, fuck it out. We turn this around. We're winning 5-3, maybe, because it kept vibrating. Anyway, bottom line is, I saw.
Could you say that again? Could you say vibrating one more time for me? Because
vibrating.
That was awesome.
Vibrating.
Vibrating. Yeah. I was like, ooh, say
it again. I'd say one thing, guys. I hate losing to Sporting. I hate losing just in general, especially when it's Benfica. But
Sporting in Porto hurts no matter what.
Yeah.
At home, man.
Yeah,
and
I'd say bottom line.
Your last match with a ton of fans because of COVID stuff going on in Portugal.
Like,
or just because people have had it enough of your shit.
That too.
To say something as well, like, and this comes from an NN boy. Not gonna say his name, just for just reasons.
It can only be like 5 names.
I met
Manuel.
Manuel.
I messaged him. I messaged him.
João.
It's definitely João. I saw that smile.
It's not João. It's actually not João.
That means
I can say his first name. His first name is Pedro. It's Pedro.
Oh yeah.
Of course. That was my next guess.
But
João Pedro.
He's usually like
From the Padaria, no?
From where?
The Padaria.
No, he does. He's too young to even work in a padaria, bro. Actually, no, he could work in a padaria. Anyway, that's besides the point.
What's the age
I
limit?
don't know. I
So
don't
he's just
know,
a
bro.
runner. Well, they're young, they're runners.
Bottom line is, he's usually quite like, he's not biased. He can give you like a pretty decent like run out of the game.
Ooh,
And I said, yo,
tattoo.
Pedro. Yeah, I got news on that.
Okay.
And he's like, Pedro, give me like an honest, like, what was the game about? Like, leave your Benfica. Like, I want to know, let's say you're on TV for like, I don't know, BT Sport. You have to be, and he literally said, and he said it in Portuguese, obviously, but I translated it. And he literally said, Benfica basically got told how to play their own formation. And in their own home, they said, look, this is how you play a 5 at the back and do the transitions, And I didn't see the game. I can't just go on about the game, but the 10 minutes or 15 minutes I saw, plus the results, and I was listening to you guys in the car. I couldn't see you, but I was listening to you guys. It almost makes sense, And also, and I'll go after this. I'll not go, but like let you guys go. He also said the stands, the NN boys and all that shit was the worst he's ever seen it. And that comes from a guy within. For a guy to to come out and say, we were shit today. He's always bigging up, sending me videos and stuff. I can't share it. I get that because there's faces and stuff. He sends me videos and stuff like that. And I'm always like, oh, let's look at this. I think I may have shared some with you guys. And today it was like, mate, I honestly, at one point I felt, what the fuck are we doing? Like, we should just go home and,
That comment right there. I'm sorry. I'm going to cut in on that.
No, go.
There is the problem with Benfica.
Did you see it?
It is.
Okay. They said that?
It is no, but it is this kind of blindness that they've had for the last few years of saying everything's fine. It's the fans that don't like it. It's the fans that understand the game. It's the passing the buck. It is, and we're going a bit on Georges Jesus. Georges Jesus did great originally. He used to have balls. He'd bench someone that doesn't deserve to be on the pitch. Marat killed against Bayern Munich. Marat looks amazing. Him now forcing, because Almeida's healthy and he's the captain and the leader of this team, for some reason, forcing Almeida into the lineup for the center back to repeatedly not have Marat on. And I understand today is a different issue, but to me, it goes to the unwillingness to change the status quo. If something's not working, or a player doesn't have the fire or is not fit for the team, he seems too afraid to make the necessary changes or call up someone to push it. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
My thing just real quick is the fact that like there's just so much right now that's going on, but I just cannot get over the fact that Andre Almeida is given the captain's armband just because like he's been there the longest. That's to me, because I know whatever, he's the captain and they all look. I've seen all the FIFA videos. I've seen the content that Benfica puts out, the little that they do, because the FIFA stuff is great. I love that stuff, right? You can tell right away. And unfortunately, I'm a little upset that João Mario's in that group, but it makes sense age-wise, culturally. Like they're all whatever guys that have lived in Lisbon for the last like 10 years, more or less. Same age, played for Portugal together, blah, blah, blah. It's João Mario, Rafa, Andre Almeida, and then Pizzi, my guy. But like
Sell
those guys,
sell them.
Listen, is João Mario? No, because he is obviously the best out of that group. Rafa can do it sometimes, but like Pizzi, great goal today. And the thing with Pizzi is he can score class goals. Like if we have a penalty in the Champions League final, who do I want to take it? It's probably going to be Pizzi, because he's really only missed one in the past that I can think of that like really made a difference. And the thing is, that guy though, he should not be on Benfica. He's not good enough for Benfica. And this is what it comes down to, is like they always say the word like exigência, right? Is like kind of like willing your team to do better. The thing about Benfica TV, or a lot of Benfica fans, and just fans in general of sports, that pits me off. Like the thing about Port, when they get on their own players and like they're hissing at their players and stuff. Listen, I hate. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
FC Port, I hate. The fans, I don't like anything about that club. But the way they will their team to win, the way the players always are scared to not play for the badge, is what I envy. Okay, and the thing that it comes down to is like BTV. You shouldn't be saying, "Oh, this team was great." Blah blah blah. There are times, look, Portimonense, that goalkeeper had the game of his life. Nothing else Benfica could have done. There are games where that's going to happen. You don't have to act like that's the case all the time. You don't have to lie to yourself and to the fans and say, well, the other team played more or less well, blah, blah. No, sometimes it's your fault. Today was our fault. Yes, Amorim played well, but this wasn't a game that, because, again, their biggest players are missing, this wasn't a game where they, dribbled circles around us. They did teach us to play, but it's because we were so piss poor that we brought it to that level. Almeida should not be on this team. I'm just going to clean the house right now. Andre Almeida, out. He should not play another game this season unless people are hurt.
Joe, Benfica had when I just want to ask this to the chat. When's Benfica's last signature win?
6-1 against Braga.
No. I said Barca. Okay, no, I would say Barca.
No, Braga. The 6-1 win against Braga. No, the 6-1 win. That was a signature
win.
That was nice. That's
good.
That's
good.
The moment we can all sit back and say, "Damn, that was the moment." That's the moment where all.
Hey, Barcelona also,
because it sort of echoes.
One was a pretty wild one.
The thing for me this season is that I have a couple of those moments. I'll just say it real quick and then I'll let Luis kind of say.
Yeah, no.
You had the Spartak ones, whatever were a joke. It was the PSV draw when you went down a man for 65 minutes, right? Or 55 minutes or whatever it was. It was the Barcelona 3-0 win at home. And then it was Braga 6-1 for me. Those three. And Barca, I don't really say so much for the way we played. It was just the fact that was a massive result and we took advantage of a weak Barca team.
Yeah.
Okay. There are a lot of disappointments there as well. But for me, the most recent, those are the three. Last season, I can't even think of one. Because it was just, and this is what I'm going to get down to just really quickly, actually, is with the manager, right? The way I look at managers and giving them time, I like to think I'm level-headed, is you need to give managers time to win things. For example, Tottenham firing Mourinho before the League Cup final last year, stupid. He got you to a cup final and you're not going to let him do things? Stupid. I'm glad they lost. I'm glad they lost. Yeah. Okay? And he didn't even play. He didn't even get to, they got fired. He got sacked before. Listen, JJ, last season, how many competitions was Benfica in last season? 6, including the Champions League and the Supertaça, right? How many trophies did you get? Because you had Champions League, Europa League, Campeonato, Taça de Liga, Taça Portugal, and then you ended up in the
Super League or the Super.
Super League. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Look at this dude.
But what I mean though, and I'm glad that you got
0 trophies.
Yeah.
No, I'm Joe, I'm glad that you got some moments, some signature moments, and I'm glad about that. But when I say signature moments, Braga to me, I mean, that's not a signature to me. We've been beating Braga's ass since Braga had an ass to beat. Okay, we have been beating their ass. Look what I mean. Look what everybody said. Real quick though, look what everybody said in the chat.
Yeah, I know the 10-0. I'm agreeing with them.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a mental right. I see 10-0 versus Nacional. I see Juventus. I see past glories again. I see, and I would agree that the 2-1 Juventus is our last, in my mind, is our last signature win. We are still to this day talking about that. When's the last giant we took down? We have been Davids for way too long. And we're supposed to be these giants of Portugal. As a matter of fact,
sorry, Brian.
That is what they call us.
Yes.
There we go, right there.
Leave it to Brian.
I love it.
And I'll tell you what, yeah. Brian brought that up. You come into this game playing 45 minutes, right? You can't even use the fact that we're a little bit tired. It's like no.
Luis,
you played 40.
Nothing. There was 0.
Yeah.
There was 0 to think of perfect conditions.
You know when they presented George Jesus last year and they had the trophies and they had the the BS award, the random plaque. I can't wait till they do that for Christmas and they have a placard 7-0 Belenenses.
My point, fellas, here is when I said earlier, it's time to hit the reset button. It really is time to hit the reset button. Go get as much as you can for Darwin. Go get as much as you can for PZ. Go get as much as you can for Rafa and buy a whole new 11. Mete, let him out of this contract. Hopefully, we only got him for this one fucking year. There's no, honestly, I wouldn't be sad if everybody was gone tomorrow. I wouldn't be
if you can sell PZ,
maybe Weigl. I'd say, damn, we could have kept Weigl. He's at least young enough to build, something. Not you're building around, but it's time to get young, brother, because this team has been infected. It doesn't matter who manages this team. We don't understand.
It matters if they have some gonads.
We gave up. Lodge, we gave up. JJ, we're giving up now. I'm seeing people say, oh, JJ's not getting the most out of the team. He's not firing him up. I mean, Mario, you said that just a little bit ago.
Me too.
That means they're not playing for him. That means they gave up on him. You can't just midway through the season all of a sudden start believing again. You gave up on him a long time ago.
But it's the same crew. Like this,
you know
this
what I
is
mean?
what SLB our enclosure was saying.
Get another 11.
The Almeida, the Pizzi's, the Rafa's part of it, the Grimaldo's part of it. There was these guys that gave up on Rui Vitória, gave up on Lage, and they're guys that are, I don't know, man. They just don't seem like the right fit. And I still, for me, is George Jesus needs to grow a pair. And he kind of benched Everton, which was nice to see at one point for a bit this season. But I don't get the Almeida. Almeida, to me, from what I saw, was involved in the conceding of the goals quite a bit today.
Well, listen. So but that comes down.
That's a great way to say it, Mario. It's the nicest way to say.
But here's the thing:
that someone was shit, bro.
Like we're not even we're gonna get into shitties in the match.
Giving up the goals
and that whole thing, but like real quick for you guys,
he really didn't bring his 100% efforts in today at work.
I love you for that.
Mario and you guys, I mean, because this is irrelevant to the game, right? Everyone can chime in the chat. I want you guys to chime in here as well. Listen, tomorrow, Rui Costa, do you keep JJ for the Kiev game or do you fire him? Is the first question.
We did the poll.
First question. Well, hold on. But then my second question.
What does Vieta have to say?
No. Didn't you say Mario? Isn't the poll?
What do you think?
I just closed the poll. The poll was if George Jesus loses Kiev, is he out?
Oh yeah, no. I'm saying no. Correct. I understood that, and I voted
we're
yes.
Gonna leave
but
him,
I'm saying tomorrow before the Kiev
Benfica.
game.
Let me ask. I'll put a poll. That's
because I want to see people because I saw a lot of people saying I don't care about Kiev. Blah blah blah. We're gonna lose on Wednesday. Blah blah blah. I want the guy gone now.
I just said that.
This is my thinking. This is my thinking. Yeah,
and you said it too.
You said it
too. I care about it, but we're gonna get our ass whipped.
Correct. Obviously, we always want them to win. Wanting and then not having confidence is different. Yeah. But listen, and I just voted no, Mario. And this is why. Last season, again, you had 6 competitions. Okay, I'm actually going to count because it might have been 7. You had the Super Taça, you were out right away, right? You got embarrassed. Well, actually, technically, it was in December. But you had the Champions League where you got embarrassed by Abel Ferreira, right? Then you had the Europa League where you ended up getting embarrassed by Arsenal, one of the worst Arsenals ever. Campeonato, where you finished behind Porto, that was absolutely terrible. Taça de Liga, which, whatever, for what it's worth, kind of a joke competition. And then Taça Portugal. Right? Okay, where we lost to Braga in the final.
Jesus, we did a lot of fucking losing,
6,
huh?
You kept the manager after 6 competitions.
When you put it
lost.
on fingers, it makes it seem
bad.
like
it's bad. It's bad, man. You know what's even worse? Is here's the thing, though. You can't go through that disaster of a season, and it's now been what's the last trophy Benfica won? What's the last trophy Benfica won? Hey, Mario, that's premium content. We don't want to be giving that out to just anyone.
Dude, that's Benfica after 90 plus.
That's Benfica after dark.
That's after dark. That's after dark.
Hey, only if I whip out like 11 digits. That's
Benfica after 90's boom boom room right after there. Dark. You got it. That's the boom.
It's 2:30 in the UK. It doesn't get much darker than this, bro.
Wait till 3 o'clock comes around. We're gonna get crazy.
No, can I say Enclosure? I'm sorry to cut off, but Enclosure said something really well. We got the matches against Porto, and I agree. I don't think against Kiev. I don't want to pull what Spurs did. He has a chance to advance to knock us the Champions League. Give him that chance. Not saying he's earned it much, but if we fired him now and you need a manager lined up. We're gonna throw off some like amateur. You're gonna bring the guy from the B team that caused issues last time.
No. Don't. I'll never forget. And I'm gonna say this for anyone that thinks that doesn't remember or just didn't see it. Nelson Verissimo for the B team. First of all, he was in charge of, for a while, Benfica's, before Renato Paiva went to, the old Benfica coach, B team coach, obviously, Renato Paiva went to Independiente del Valle, right? Great guy. And so what happened when Paiva left is Nelson Verissimo, who used to be an assistant, came in. Fun fact, in the last years, he was the one that was in charge of bolas paradas, like set pieces. Okay? Does anyone remember how bad we were during the year of COVID with set pieces? Crash. One, that's just to get things started. 2, when we lost the final of the Taça, right? Him and João de Deus or whatever the guy's name is.
It is what it is.
Jorge Jesus and João de Deus. Listen to that double, okay? Yeah. Listen, they need God's help because the way that they're playing, that's the only way they'll get anywhere. But he goes, okay, it is what it is.
Yeah,
right?
I hated his that.
You lose the
that's
final
my fear.
toxic
I don't want to fire someone
That's what
and
a
bring
fan.
him
That's
in.
what a fan our age does, Mario. We lose a game like today. Honestly, we're getting too old. I say, you know what?
It is what it is.
Fuck it. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna go fight anybody. I'm not gonna go on Twitter and start arguing with the kids. Right? I'm not gonna do that. I'm too old for this shit already. Yeah. You just say, it is what it is. I'll talk shit on BA90. Exactly. Be grown up about it. Be fucking mature. Grow up.
A lot of people here are saying Mario.
Talk about it there.
Enclosure said the comment though. I think this, in a way, to set someone up for failure or success. I think he fails Kiev. You start the hunt for a new manager. I don't want a blind ship with no leader.
You fight him in the hallway. If he fails,
you don't need to tell George. You don't need to tell anything to George
in the hallway.
You let George do his thing, and you start looking. You have to start looking. Do your due diligence. Find someone. Porto back to back. I would hate to hire a new manager if there's like internal struggles and then it's right away lose. Like you set them up for success. At the time, I could be wrong.
The thing is, we're looking at the.
We had the lion's share of the possession. Is that a pun? That's the best pun I've ever.
That was actually I hate how good that is. But listen, I'm gonna throw out real quick the December schedule for Benfica, so everyone knows we have 7 games.
Oh yeah, we got 6 more matches.
Because there are 4 competitions. Okay, so Sporting was the league. Obviously, that's a loss now. 3-1, disappointing loss. You have Kiev in the Champions League, right? That's the first competition. If you lose, you're out. Then you have Famalicão in the league. We should win that. Whatever. It could hurt. Next game, Covilhã in the Taça da Liga. You lose that or you don't win 2-0 or more, you're out. So that's 2 competitions you're out. Okay? Then you have Marítimo in the league. Fine. You have Porto in the Taça de Portugal, which means something, obviously. Right? Festa de Portugal, Festa da Taça, all this stuff. We need to win that game. If you lose that,
you're done.
In 6 games, or 5 games rather, JJ's knocked you out of 3 competitions. And if you lose the next game to Port, I hate to say it, you're done with the league too. You cannot lose to Sporting and Port and be done and still have a chance in this league the way it's rolled out this year, where Sporting and Port are still undefeated. Done.
So, I know Joe knows the meaning of Do you guys know the meaning of presépio? Right, that little thing that you put under your tree with like Jesus,
the manger.
What's
the manger, like a manger.
Okay, well, JJ shouldn't be there if he loses all that shit.
Balthazar?
Jesus shouldn't be there, man. Balthazar.
You talking about Balthazar, bro?
Yo, presépio. My point is,
homie, bro. Balthazar,
your presépio
colored one under the tree, bro.
Your presépio.
He's the most historically correct, if you will. My boy Balthazar. Shout out to Balthazar, boy.
What I'm saying is, your presépio should not have a Jesus in it if he loses those 2 competitions. That's it. You're out.
Put baby Jesus there until Christmas time, anyways.
Yeah, well, we can leave Benfica. He's not like presépio. I don't care, man. Again, I think it's been said in the chat before. I don't think changing the coach right now will change anything. I think some of the players really just need to go. They don't understand the Portuguese Liga. They don't understand Benfica. They don't understand a shit. Like, go somewhere else. Like, go play for freaking, no offense, Galatasaray, Besiktas. Those fucking teams that pay you a shit ton of money for you to, like, wear some Nike boots.
Go play there. Go play there and do amazing.
Saudi Arabia.
Isn't that so funny, guys? That's another thing I want to bring up. Why is it when you leave Benfica, if you leave Benfica, you will be a superstar. You will turn into a superstar. You could be here for 1 month, play 1 game, get 1 fucking red card.
Well, like Caio Lucas?
Leave the team.
Hey, I already told the story once. I went to play the game. That team was on the highway before me.
My bad. But I'm sure he's scoring goals in China. All right, we could have probably used
one scoring goals in is scoring goals in Sunday League, mate. That's what he's scoring goals.
Wherever the fuck he's scoring. I bet you he's on the Sunday paper out there. I'm just saying, why is it that they find success away from this club? Because there's something wrong. There's something wrong. It's like a succubus. There's something attached to this team, and it's sucking the life out of it.
The thing that really is
I thought it was over when we got rid of the Prez, but
by Cynthia in the chat, I will shout her out wherever the comment is. She talks about the B team, the youth team. Listen, obviously, like, this is kind of a joke, but at the same time, like, for anyone that plays FM, just how crazy Benfica is with like Wonder Kids and stuff like that, right? Or even just, we don't even need to talk about FM. We talk about real life. Benfica obviously is a club in Europe. I would say top 5 in terms of producing talent. Right, you have Ajax up there, Sporting. I have to say,
everyone else, we're
right,
the
and
world's.
then you'll have a couple of British.
We're the world's.
Barcelona.
We're the world's team, like a youth club. That's what Benfica is. We're the world's youth club.
Yeah, like whatever. You have Chelsea too with Cobham, but like what I want to get out is exactly what Cynthia said. Is this? Listen, if you have Jesus, and this is why for me, if they lose the Kiev match, I honestly would get rid of him. Because I think at that point, listen, he had the chance to win the toss in the final last year, and he blew it against Braga. Yeah, there were some situations there, like some circumstances, but didn't do what we needed to do. The only thing Jesus did last year was make sure Sporting didn't go invincible, which was a joke, because it shouldn't have even gotten to that point, right? From a Benfica point of view. We should have made sure that happened in the first time we played him.
I knew
right?
we wanted Pasa.
But like the thing was, we have the toss on the 23rd. If we lose that game, if he stays for Kiev, that game, he needs to be gone if we lose. Because here's the thing. Now you're risking... Look, you had in those 2 years, I just did the whole competitions thing. You lost all 6 last year, 0 trophies. This year, that means that you already lost. If you lose to them in the league, if you lose any games even before that Tassa game, you're out another 3 competitions. So that's like 0 for 9. He's batting 0 for 9. And if we lose to Porto the second time, the league's gone. So it's 0 for 10. Listen, but you do not want to lose Mbalu. You do not want to lose Ronaldo Camara. You do not want to lose Enrique Rouge. You do not want to lose Tomás Rouge. You do not want to lose...
That's who Benfica's team should be next year.
Can I just add something?
You
don't want to add something to that, right?
Go get young, bro. Go get young, man, and let these guys
Can I ask you a question? I want to ask you a question.
Go buy Jota back for $5 million because you fucked that thing up. Like, go get our guys back that you should have. Fix this club, bro. This shit's crazy. Bing bong, fuck your life. That's what I'm talking about, Beto. Bing bong. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Fuck your life. That's what, bro. If JJ loses that game, that's right there, Beto. Right there. Put that shit on. Bing bong.
Thiago Vea also great play. Like, listen, but I can even just go on the names. There is so much talent. So much talent
there for the rest of the damn show.
That's the one thing I'll say. We can't just get rid of JJ like that. Listen, I'm all about it, Boxio. Or I'm sorry for whatever your real name is. But like, listen, MG20, I'm gonna call you. MG20. Here's the thing. Boxio, right? Listen, the thing is, JJ is gone at the end of the year. Like, JJ is not getting re-signed, even if he wins the Champions League. So if we're talking about getting rid of someone and not having a plan.
Miguel Gustavo. Yeah, his name is Miguel Gustavo.
It is Miguel? Okay, so Miguel. Listen, Miguel. JJ is not the plan for the future. If you had, it's not. Listen, you got me good. All right, you're Miguel now. Change your name.
Got you, boy.
He got me good. Listen, I'm seeing red right now. I don't even know what Luis said.
Miguel Gustavo. That's his name from now on.
Hey, listen.
He ruined it now.
All I'm gonna say is that JJ. This isn't a situation where you're building something with JJ. JJ was always a 2-year project to try to win you the Europa League, if we're being honest, right? And the whole thing that it comes down to is you need to clear it out. You fired Lage, you didn't have a plan. But why was that a bad move? Because you still could have won the league when you fired Lage, really. And the Tassa, obviously, that was there, right? If he loses the Tassa, what is there to play for?
I agree.
Even if he loses against Kiev and he loses in the Tassa League, there's nothing to go. Do you know what you have to do? Get a coach. Even if it is, an assistant or something like that, there has to be people in this club that are willing to bet on the academy, on the B team.
Well, you got okay. So there's lots of good academy players. We have this.
Great Mario, great players.
And to me, the task, I agree. From a timing standpoint, I do believe the club starts now just doing research on potential options. If he fails in the Tassa, get him out because it's done. Because at that point, you've lost the Tassa, you got Port. If you're going to lose back-to-back to Port, you're done. I can't deal with that. Secondly, you give an opportunity for someone new to come in with the rich talent we have in the youth side and a January window. But you give them a little bit. You don't even need
the January. Oh, to get rid of guys. Sorry.
I'm saying if you need to get rid of a guy and sign into someone else, but you actually have time to allow some guy to kind of go, okay, I'm now the manager. Give me the 6 months to kind of work my system out a little bit, see if I can revive anything going on here, and then boom, kill it for the next season. It's just no, it's a pain. It's a pain right now because it's very rough because we know we have the talent. I know sometimes we get upset and just that, but we have talented players that were signed that are very good quality players. I know people sometimes kind of mock Everton. They mock Vertonghen. These are guys that are playing internationally for decent national sides that were talented before they came here and they can still prove talented elsewhere. We have a system that is not working well. I don't know what our system works. I honestly don't like the system we're playing with. Clearly, it's not working. The comment you made earlier about Ruben Amorim showing us how to play a system when George Jesus has been trying to play the system for the last year and a bit. I don't know, man. You need to get something else.
Yeah. So real quick, you're talking about just in general this whole situation, right, Mario?
Yeah.
One of the things that just really, to be honest, it just set me off was thinking about this team, right, in general. But it's now people are talking about a coach to bring in, blah, blah, blah. I just want guys that are going to get played. So at the very least, we see that the youth are good and gone. Listen, Tarap, like someone said in the chat, Tarap should never play for Benfica again. And I'm not saying, because listen, he has flashes where he'll make the pass. Every game he plays, he's a yellow card risk because he's spaghetti arms, like those things on the highway that are trying to get you to go to car washes, right? And and the thing with him, yeah, and I'm like, I'm done. Like I'm just straight up done. And what pisses me off, Mario, again, you talked about good B team players. Hey, what position is Benfica in the Segunda Divisão?
I know, eh?
First place. First place.
Yeah. You most might want to
first place.
Switch.
No. Can I just add to that?
And they've been playing well.
That's what I wanted to say. It's not they're in first place because they've been
playing like a first place
and
team.
the referees are carrying. They've been playing. I tell you what, Joe got me watching the freaking BTV to watch the games, man. I'm there half asleep going.
Yeah,
this and they keep me
For
going.
Me, it's like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning to watch.
Dude,
Benfica.
they keep me going because I'll be honest with you, I'm the worst guy to watch those sort of games, man. I get bored. I jump on FIFA. I go on my phone and stuff. I tell you what, on Benfica, I never do that. You guys know that. When I watch Benfica, I'm watching Benfica, man. But if I'm watching, for example, Arsenal, Man United, I go on my phone, man. It just doesn't mean that much to me. I'm like, let's just go on Instagram and see some stupid shit. With honestly, the B team has got me watching it like I'm watching it because it's fun. Like you look down, you miss a decent play. You actually do. It's weird. So sorry, I interrupted you, but it's
Luis, you're right because here's the thing.
Swap, but what you're saying is even if you don't have a chance to sell these guys now, you send Almeida down to the B team. You bring up, make sure Bonat's playing. You bring out Bernardo. You bring up these guys. You swap them. You know what? These guys aren't going to go play in the B team. Yeah. We've done it to other guys. We've sent guys to the B team that are adults.
I've been fucking saying this shit the whole show. Welcome to the fucking show, guys.
You know who plays for Porto B? Varela used to play for BC.
Welcome to Benfica After 90. I'm here with Joe, Mario, and Luis. We're talking about getting rid of all these bastards and getting these B team players. That's what the fuck I've been talking.
Welcome to my TED Talk.
Welcome to the thing is, Benfica After 90. The B
you mentioned
the B. Yeah, exactly.
What comes after 90? The B team.
It's too many
you
B's.
Mentioned, yeah. Well, you mentioned before, I sorry I missed this part of the show, right? When I saw the 11, right, my first two questions were straight up. Why is Almeida there? And why is Lazaro there? And it turns out, for what people told me, and from what I heard Joe say, they didn't play. Especially
they were on the team sheet, they didn't play.
And it's I honestly, on my soul, I thought, surely there's something wrong with Murato. He's got COVID. Because, you know what frustrates me? If you go into a new job, right, and you do a great job, and they fire you after, a week or two, you think, the fuck was I supposed to do? So why is, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, right? But I haven't seen Murato do badly,
He did amazing.
I mean,
I don't want to say that because I don't want people to take shots. He hasn't done badly. He's done at least above average, in my opinion, right?
Better than Almeida.
Bro,
better than Almeida. The thing is, it's not even just that.
Andre Almeida is a better defender than Ferro is. Even Ferro, you can't.
And it's not even just that. It's not the fact. Even if Andrea was better, you have to play with people's age and stamina, and I guess he went for experience. Fuck your experience, bro. These guys are coming out of the box with 19, 18, freaking 20-year-olds. You're not going to put in a 47-year-old. He's not 47, I know that. But,
we're not roofing.
You have, the thing is,
we're not putting up no players. Roof,
For me, it's
want experience. Double nails in there.
Fucking
for me, it's
over here.
Dude, I honestly, I want to like Lazaro only because he's got swag, but he's shit. No offense to the guy, right? He's got a lot of swag.
Amazing. Going forward, the dude is
But it's just like I don't know, and I also don't know. And we spoke about this before. I don't know how well the five at the back situation works in Portuguese Liga Portugal, for us at least. And today, I think it showed.
Sporting showed us today.
Yeah, as I'm saying, and today, Sporting went. Well, we'll play your formation, or in a different way. I think we're playing their formation because they started it first. But we'll play the formation that we've been playing, and we tell you how to play it. And maybe, just maybe, which I don't think so, the grumpy JJ has learned how to play that formation. So to answer the poll that you put on, I think most people said no. I also would say no. Look, qualify me for the Champions League, get me that second spot, right? Win the game, no matter what. If Barcelona beat Bayern Munich, not your fault. It is, because you should have fucking done it over Kiev in the first fucking leg.
Yeah.
But okay, I give you the benefit of the doubt. If on Wednesday I wake up and think, fuck, I got 12 million just for qualifying for the fucking Champions League. Cool. I'm not happy. I'm content.
And
that's the minimum.
Not to
in my opinion. If you're not, I want to wake up on Wednesday to a shitty newspaper called A Bola saying JJ for Simbala. JJ fucked off. I want to wake up to that, because I don't care, man. Like, you're gonna get another manager. I don't care. Get fucking Antonio from the shop down the street. I don't care, man. I don't want JJ there. We need to learn that we are more, we want more, and we deserve more. Simple as that. And to say that NN or Unnamed Boys or Diabos Vermelhos or whatever went to the stadium, didn't sing Landruf, they're not getting paid to sing.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, 8 minutes. The 8 minutes in, they were fucking down 1-0. I mean, on a beautiful
But
goal. Like,
the thing is, my point here, I'm not trying to fucking throw shots at anyone here. I'm just saying I don't get paid to sing. I pay to go sing. Fucking put on a show, monkey boy. You get paid every week.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
Yes, monkey.
Yes.
Put on a show for me to sing.
Yes.
You are the entertainment that I paid to watch.
Right.
Entertain me, bitch. It's as simple as that. Like, I'm not trying to be offensive towards any of the players, but you get paid. Well, I get paid a year. You get paid a week. You're living a dream. You wake up in the morning.
Play a game.
You wake up in the morning.
A child's game.
You wake up in the morning, you drive your fucking Panamera, your Audi shit, you go to training, you have your breakfast. I envy that. That's your life. You got lucky, that's fine. I'm not jealous of it. I envy it. Fair play. You live the dream. Okay. Well, at the weekend, entertain me, bitch, because I paid 20 euros or 15 euros or 25 euros to go and watch. Actually, it was more today. It was like 35 or whatever it was. To go watch a derby. I paid. Well, I didn't pay, but the people that went in today paid to watch freaking Sporting play,
and they paid for COVID tests to get in.
And they paid.
and not only vaccine and COVID test.
Hallelujah!
Hey, like they say in American football, man, these guys get paid a king's ransom to play a kid's game. Okay, the least that y'all could do, I mean, to show up to work. I went to work today, and right after work, I came back to work right here. I literally got off work and we're live. Look, like Luis too. Luis literally fucking came from work with the work hairdo, and he's here. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Let's do Charisse. Oh, let's do Charisse. Let's get it. All right.
Let's do it.
Bing bang.
The bing bong right before Mello was great.
Right before. Let me start it off the bing bong. I'll start it. I want to go. I'll do it. My Charisse is JJ. That's easy. It's not going to be a player. It's JJ. The team, unprepared like always. No tactics. No creativity. No real game plan. I don't really know what the game plan is, other than, I guess, send crosses into Darwin, send the cross. I've made this joke before.
Alex, don't you know? You tell the fucking kids to shut up. That's the game plan.
Yeah.
At the end, when he talks.
That's these. Yeah. Take it easy. That's the game plan.
That's all
the
he
fucking
does.
game plan. Take it
The
easy.
press conference.
Go out there, take it easy. The Shreezo, bro. That's right. My Shreezo is JJ's getting Shreezo. Unprepared. I don't know. I don't know how many times I have to watch this team come out flat. It's just not. It's a shame. It's a shame. And yeah, I mean, I can blame the players too, but I just think JJ doesn't have this team prepared. I really don't. He's playing in a formation. This guy has. When did he start doing this shit anyway? Who told him that he could do this? Brazil? You thought that you go to Brazil and you do this formation, you thought that shit was gonna fucking work over here? You're an idiot. Yeah, honestly, that's to him directly. You're stupid. Like, the thing about this shit's not the same, bro. It's not the same. It's not the same league. It's JJ all the way, man. You're right, Kev. It's JJ. It's easy because when you seen this team 8 minutes in, like this team should have been pumped, should have been ready to go, revving. Like they should have the doors to the locker room should have been fucking vibrating with them fucking, you know what I mean? Them chanting, and screaming, and yelling. Right? They should have came out with fucking foaming out of the mouth, right? Like literally foaming out of the mouth. As soon as the game started, they should have been set the tone. Take somebody out right away. I don't give a fuck who it is. Take his ass out right away. Let him know that we here to play today. Get the ref saying, "Oh, that's what kind of game it's going to be today." But you didn't. You let this team dilly-dally around, pussyfooting around. That's what this team does, a lot of pussyfooting around. And that's what they was doing today. So JJ's the shooties in the match. My man of the match, Benfica? On that squad? I don't know.
You could say Moratti looks great warming up.
I could say Maratu. Yeah, I mean, that's the only guy I can think of. I mean, Grimaldo didn't do too terrible today in my mind. He was going forward a lot. I mean, I did see a lot of trying from Grimaldo. I mean, I did, he's not the best defender. I'm not going to knock him on that. I've knocked him on that a billion times already. But I did think that at least Grimaldo was at least, trying to get there, trying to get the cross in. I'm going to give it to Grimaldo just by like default, really, is that he's the guy that kind of stands out when I look at the game and think of going forward and just chances created, things like that. Like Grimaldo's really the only guy in my mind who pops out. And that's sad because he's a left wing back, which goes to show you how fucking trash this team has been. And my play of the match, I'm gonna be honest, bro. My play of the match was the first goal, bro. That shit was fucking amazing. Like, unreal. Don't fucking kid yourself. That shit was beautiful soccer, bro. That was beautiful football. That's the play of the match. As soon as it happened, I'm like, oh, that's the game it's gonna be. I'll tell you right now, with that kind of goal, you took the air completely out of everyone sitting at the house, everyone sitting on the sofa, everyone watching in the office,
on the bench,
game on the bench. You took the air completely out of that team. Because it wasn't just how they set it up. It was just how relaxed and how shitty the Benfica's defense was. They just kind of watched it go. They let him take his space. They let him gather. They let him, make this great. I mean, that's the only kind of cross you make when you just have all the time in the world. Like, he just had so much space. The defender, Lazaro, as you said, he was fucking peaking. I can't call it. I can't really call it. But, I mean, that's the play of the match. There's really no other fucking play. I mean, pick one of their goals. That's the fucking play. You know what I mean? Straight
Carlos,
up.
Unacceptable. Just
I can go next actually and just piggyback. All right, unless Luis.
No, I thought they might have more to say because you watched the game, so I'd be very quick. That's like I don't want to get into a huge thing because, like I said, I didn't watch the game. For me, it's more like very, very straightforward. For me, Chorizo is Andre Almeida. Again, this is coming from a guy that watched 50 minutes of the game, and I'm saying that just because seeing him on the lineup, on a starting 11, was already bad enough for me. And I could sit here today, this night or whatever, if we'd won the game and he had a great performance, I would sit here and probably give him the man of the match and say, look, he proved me wrong, man. Fair play to him. I do also believe that every player in this entire nation, entire world, should know when it's time to retire. Whether you love the club, whether your family loves the club, whether you're like, that's fine. We can go back to Louis Zhao. I honestly think Louis Zhao retired maybe a year late, a year later.
Like Jardel.
Like Jardel. Yeah, like Jardel. I think it's time to go. And this is not too like, yes.
I'm sorry, real quick, bro. When you said that, it reminded me of something. I always go back, I always compare things to other things like sports and things like that. There's a coach in football, American football. He coached the 49ers back in the 80s. His name was Bill Walsh. His name was Bill Walsh. And his motto was, you get rid of a player 2 years before you're supposed to get rid of him, right? Like that was his mindset. Yeah.
There you go.
2 years before he hits that's his end, right? He's got 2 years left in his career. Get his ass out, right? I mean, he's really got nothing to prove, nothing to really, to go for. You got to get him, nothing to achieve. 2 years before he's ready to go, you get him out of there.
If you're going by that,
when you said that in my mind,
good, bro.
Yeah.
If you're going by that motto, and then I should have left about 3 years ago. But it is what it is. I'm not trying to. Again, I don't want to be too rude. Like, I'm not trying to dig on players. I'm just saying, like, when I saw the lineup and I saw Andre Almeida and Lazaro, I had a discussion with my girlfriend because she was like, I didn't realize you had a Valentino playing for your team because the brother's playing Valentino. And I was like, neither did I. It was a joke at the time, but now it makes a lot of sense. Like, why the fuck are you there? But I don't want to give it to Lazaro because I don't expect that much from him. So fuck it. Whatever he does, I don't expect that much. And Almeida, I expect him to know when it's time to leave. At least that. Respect the club that has respected you, and vice versa. Man of the match. I'm not going to give a play of the match, guys. Don't take me the wrong way, but I didn't watch the match, so it feels wrong to give a play of the match because I didn't watch it. I'll give a man of the match, and it's going to go to my boy, Ruben Amorim. The guy is like, how old is he?
37.
He's like our age, sort of like. He's our,
barely 21. Was he 21?
No,
barely.
I'd like to say he's like what, maybe like 5 or
Leo Mello, you're safe.
Barely there.
I think he's like a few more years older than me. Like, how old is he? 35, 36
years old. 36 and turns 36.
He's 36. So I'm 31, right? And this guy's come out and said, you know what? We don't need to buy many players. Because let's go back a year and tell me a team that really was running that 3-5, 3-5-3 or 3-4-3 or 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. No one really in Portugal had like that identity, right? And Ruben Amorim went, I'm gonna do that, and not only gonna do that, I'm actually gonna get the players from the freaking B team. I'm not gonna actually buy that many people. I guess he got Poro. Right, the right back
on loan from City though.
Super on loan, yes, yeah, with like funky shorts. Remember that, the denim shorts and shit. Yeah, I remember. I remember that. So I don't want to go too much into it because I also don't want to praise him too much. He's a Sporting, but fair play to the guy, man. Like, he's obviously a huge Benfiquista. I don't care who he's a huge Benfiquista, but he's out there doing his fucking job, man. Like, and he's grinding. And right now, in this precise minute at 2:54 in the morning on the 4th of December 2021. I only hope that one day he can do that for us.
Still December 3rd.
That's because if he can do that for a club that he doesn't love, he's professional about it. Imagine him doing it for a club he loves. Maybe with Bernardo Silva back at the club, for 1 season or two. Maybe Cancelo, back for a bit, man.
Ruben Dias.
Let's dream a little bit. Ruben Dias,
are we talking about City?
He's gonna go to City.
Yeah, man. Hold on a second.
We're fucking talking about fucking foot champs here. They're not fucking coming back to Benfica anytime soon.
Bernardo will.
The time they come back, they'll be AA's age. They'll have the gray streak. Want these old fucking guys anymore.
Let me tell you something.
This ain't the retirement home.
Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna start. This is the end of the show. I'm gonna start yelling and shit.
Let me tell you something.
Bernardo
could come back, bro. Bernardo could come back with like a 50-year-old and he'd still be better than freaking,
Gabriel.
Gabriel's still at the club? Okay, I'm out. Thank you.
We still pay him.
No, because then there'll be some kid on the team named,
released, but he's on
there'll be some kid named João Pedro João who's gonna be the best guy, and we'll be bitching that Bernardo Silva's had his time. Let João Pedro João play. It's how it goes,
from the
bro.
No Name
This is
Boys.
a vicious cycle. We talk about the same shit Yeah, that's I'm gonna make that player.
Mark from Southampton.
Mark from Southampton. Yeah,
it's Ethan from Southampton. Now.
From
Ethan. Yeah, Ethan. Bruh, give that kid a shot. Shit, because ain't nobody else fucking playing. That kid loves this team. He would. Oh my god. You think Rafa's fast? Wait till you get a little Shreezo. Ethan Shreezo fucking Dunbar over there.
He's probably the same height.
That's what we call him. That's his middle name, Shreezo. They're like Shreezo. When he's across the campus, when he's way across the campus, they be like Shreezo. And then he goes, Ook yeah! Ook yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Yes! It's my boy.
I could just imagine. I could just imagine.
He does the Ronaldo, but yeah. I'm just visualizing that one.
I'm serious though. That's not joking. Play that kid. I bet you. Him and fucking
imagine
Gonzalo Ramos that tear it up there, man. Get some. All I mean is get some people who love this team, man. That's all.
You need some of that fire.
Do you have a play of the match, Luis? Did you?
No, like I said, like I didn't. I haven't. Like honestly, I haven't even watched the highlights. I've watched the Sporting first goal. That was a pretty good goal. But
will be Manchester.
I'd say play of the match. I'd say player of the match is me fucking whacking them cocktails, brother. I was a double fucking handing that shit, man. I was like, what? What, John Paul Sammartini's in that, yeah?
Tom Cruise fucking over here. Cocktail.
Nah, man.
You coming up saying me whacking those cocktails and doing this. Like,
yeah. Get on your knees, Mario.
Jesus Lord.
Anyway, over to you guys. Over to the studio.
I can back to you in the studio.
Back to you guys here in the studio.
Vibrating.
You see I'm with the vibrating, man.
Hey.
I got a lot of hungry people out here I gotta feed.
For me, I see Boris chiming in with his shitties. I'm gonna start off with shitties of the match. Nobody said it, and for anyone that didn't watch the match, you probably wouldn't think of him from the Twitter slander. But none other than Rafa Silva. Why Rafa? I'll tell you why. A couple of reasons. One, we talked about like the identity of this team, physical guys, right? Who's the one guy that steps up? Sporting has all these different guys. Any given day they can step up. Today was Mateus Nunes. A lot of times it's Palinha. A lot of times it's, Seba Coates. Sometimes it's Adan when they have those rare games. But like Nunes used to do it. Pot does it, right? They have all these different guys that step up. And Benfica, Otamendi's been the guy so far. Odie's had some games too. João Mario's had games. Vagel's had games, right? Rafa's had games, right? Those guys I just named, you expect those guys to do things, especially when it's a guy like Rafa who, listen, this isn't his first, derby. It's on his first Clásico, right? First of all,
he's been around a while. You should know.
He's played his experience. He's in the league. He's a senior player. He's supposed to be part of this leadership team, the older guys that have been at the club for a while that supposedly know the club's values. And I'm not saying he doesn't know them. I'm just saying in general. But to me, the real issue was two things. Mario, he didn't really do anything in the first half whatsoever. Second half, João Mario sets him up for a great play that he shot over the bar. That was probably his best contribution of the game, right? Comes to a point where I think it was also João Mario again that puts in a ball into the box. The Christmas tree there in the back, Luis. Listen, Luis, actually, you'd like this, and Mario. Rafa Silva today, if he was a confident player, had a one-time tap-in. What does he do? He settles the ball, kicks it, hits the bar. Easy goal.
I actually saw that. Was it the bar or the post?
The bar. It was
so that he also hit the post.
The bar.
Yeah?
The pot hit the post.
There's
I don't remember
3 or 4 post shots.
Yeah.
Listen, could have gone the other way. I don't know. I didn't see that.
But listen, Rafa, and it comes down to he's the guy that can disrupt the game, like they say, right? They're always talking about guys that can disrupt the game and do this, do that, do the other thing. Rafa Silva, what pisses me off, and Grimaldo used to piss me off for doing this, not charging up the line. He did that today. Lazaro pissed me off because if you have the ball and there's nothing but space ahead of you and you're Benfica and you're down a goal especially, you need to try to get the other team uncomfortable. Rafa got fouled 6 times today. If I was Rafa, if I was JJ, I mean, this isn't the way to play, but hey, listen, go after the guys with the yellows. If Rafa's dribbling by Gerard Piqué like he did in the Champions League, guess what? He's going to get a second yellow sooner or later, and you can open up the game, right? That's a strategy that you can legitimately do. When you have a guy that disrupts the game as much as he does with his speed, and you take no advantage of that, listen, I know they kind of sat back a little. I know that they were pressing high. All the more reason for him to just blow by these guys, right? Fidal went out of the game. They lost one of their center backs in the middle of the game. They're like the Netu, I think, is a little past his prime, obviously, but like their second best center back, if you take out Gonçalo Inácio because he's not, whatever, right? He's obviously the best one that was there today.
Yeah.
But the whole point is Rafa could have done more, should have scored, and his just general attitude, something someone brought up before about PZ. Rafa, not so much. Rafa's just kind of like, kind of doing one of these all the time. PZ's thing that pisses me off, because I just wanted to address this, is PZ throws his arms up in the air asking for the ball like he's Ronaldo. There are a very set list of players in the world that can act pissed if you don't pass them the ball. Luis Miguel is not even close to those. I'm ahead of that list than PZ.
You talking about the singer?
Okay. Miguel Luis. It's actually Miguel Luis. I
was gonna say,
but
Luis Miguel's a Mexican singer. He's really good. He's real.
But hey, listen.
Really
So my
I like it when he went. Hey, it's really good.
He holds the mic. You know when you get those romantic singers that hold the mic like this with one arm, like that with one
makes
hand.
it vibrate. Does it make it vibrate?
I don't know about that. Say that again. Say that again.
So for me, he's my Shadis of the match. Sorry, I drew on there, but also just JJ. Want to address it real quick. Why is JJ your Shadis of the match? For anyone that didn't watch the match, JJ against Barcelona made the right subs for the most part, right? Brought on Seth, did great, I think, in that game. There have been other games in the past, the PSV match. He's made the right subs. Today was one of the worst days ever, and honestly, I don't even think he's worthy of even a Shadis of the match. I don't even want to be mentioning his name, because guess what? When he decided to take out Lázaro at halftime, right move, right? Because he wasn't playing that well. But when he decided, instead of putting in Gilbert and to try to continue playing the game and to score the right way and just play it out, he had no shout out Gilbert. Who would have thought I would ever say that in my life, right? But he had no confidence in the team to score, and so he had to resort to just go in FIFA and putting 4 in the front. Not actually, but like that was essentially what he did. So he's an honorable mention, but honestly, I don't even want to mention him.
Mario, I know you're going up next. I just want to add something, and this is something I realized. Someone, I think it was you, Joe, that put something on the chat when they're targeting João Mario, right? I think it was you. And that's like 7 minutes in. And I see them. And I go on live score, even though I'm watching BTV, but BTV not going to have all the stats up all the time, right? So I went on live score to see how many yellows. And there was 2 players already yellow. In
the second minute.
Yeah, in the second, third, 5th minute, something like this, right? And then Nelson just says Sporting had 5 yellow cards in the first half. And on my life, I swear on my life, at some point, I'm not entirely sure the minute, because like I said, I was running around. I remember there going to be some red cards in this game. And I was very surprised, and I forgot about this point. I was very surprised there weren't, because I was like, so you're telling me, and Nelson just said that, you're telling me that you went into the dressing room with 5 players that were yellow carded. One of them was Porro, right? The right back. How the fuck are you not getting him at least sent off? Is it playing dirty? Maybe. Is it cheating? No. Dude,
no, it's being smart. It's
just playing
the game. I'm supposed to be playing.
Listen, it's not making much more than minimum wage.
You see the best players in the world doing that. The best player in the world, Cristiano Ronaldo, has done that. Has done that a few times. Like, can I just add as well? By the way, just before I go, because I know Mario. You look at him; he's losing his air. He needs to go. Can I just say, I love how Ronaldo finally hit a penalty in the fucking middle. Love that. Right. Yes, I love that. Love that.
So
I just always love when Arsenal lose, just in general, especially when United beat them. So that was a good day. That was a good day. That was a very nice midweek treat.
I got shot.
No disrespect. No. Disrespect to any Arsenal fans that are here. I'm sorry, bro. That's a different show. We'll talk about that on a different show. But I loved it. I love it.
Man United after 90. Let's fucking do it. All right.
Wolves after 90. Bruno Lage after 90. We'll just follow wherever he goes. Hey, to kind of try to wrap up my man of the match and stuff. My man of the match, it's tough to say this, but I mean Otamendi. I do think like the first goal wasn't his mistake. The second goal wasn't his mistake. The third goal wasn't his mistake. Dude almost busted his knee. Still goes out there, right? He could have said, hey, I want to be fresh for the Kiev game. I don't want to twist my knee or hurt my knee. I thought he looked good. I thought he was still commanding. He had a couple saves there in the first half. Sorry, Mello.
Joe, he fell, but it was like an old man fell. young
but
guys
was
don't
his
fall
knee got
like
stuck
that.
under him.
Yeah, but old guy, I mean, young players don't fall that way. He did that because he just old Otamendi. That's what he is, old Otamendi. That's what I'm calling him. I know that y'all like him, and I get it. I get it, bro. I say I'm gonna get shit for that. He's our best player. They're gonna say he's our best player sometimes, and But
Alex, he's an oldie but a goodie.
He's an oldie but a goodie. Yes, it's old Mendy. Okay, old Mendy fell that way because he was getting worked. I don't honestly. I would just. I don't disagree with many people on the show, but if you're giving him your man of match, like there, I just didn't see it today. I'm like, his old ass. He just fell old.
But again,
old.
It's the reason
old. He fell old, and then his old ass was like, "Oh, my back." I thought it was his back, really, because he was just like, "Oh." At first, he was like, "My back," and then he was like, "Oh, it's my knee." And then I thought it was your back. Oh, well, yeah, it is my back. My bad. It is my back. I'm getting worked out here.
Bro, are we rocking the same shirt? We're rocking the same shirt, bro. I just realized that.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, you know why? Because we wore black. Because it was our fucking funeral today.
Fucking Luke.
Fucking old Mendy.
I got this.
Fucking
Joe,
Andre.
you're absolutely right. I got this because
old Maida. That's what just times, man. Old in all of these.
You know, like Voldemort. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, bro. My fucking nose is in.
Yeah.
Hey, but in terms of I mean, Otamendi obviously he's saved us in a ton of games
for sure. I know. I'm
but
kidding.
but like,
kidding.
listen,
I love the
but
guy.
today,
I've grown to respect the guy. I don't love the guy, but I've grown to respect him.
I do.
Is what he's done here at this club. There's no doubt. His effort definitely is never in question. Like I think it was Carlos that says here. Yeah, it's never in question. His effort for this team is never in question. But backpedaling, getting back, that's not these guys' strong suit. Okay. Yeah, I'll you could put old at the end of a lot of these guys' names. That's the problem. This ain't a retirement home. Okay. I remember when Benfica was the up and coming club that you go to take your next step, maybe in your career. And now it's like, I'm gonna go to Benfica because I'm gonna retire. Right?
Otamendi,
Vertonghen, Almeida.
We said this a bunch of times before, that the fact that Otamendi's the guy that shows the most guerra, the most fight.
Mm-hmm.
The Portisha that's come to this club that got a lot of flack for joining. It's the fact that he has the most passion for the team. It's not good, man. It's not good.
Yeah, that says a lot.
I like him. He's a good guy, but it's just more the fact that
I agree.
It should be others. It should be. Oh, it's nice that he's joining the other guys with the guy, not leading the guys that should have had in the beginning.
Yeah, and obviously we're just fucking around. Right? I mean, we're just joking. I mean, like we gotta joke. Y'all can't say Otamendi ain't good though. That's fucking class right there, bro. That's top notch insult right there. That's good.
To wrap things up again, I know. Sorry, there was just so many thoughts running through this match. I mean, again, man of the match, I gave it to him because no one else I thought deserved it.
I got you.
Odie did have a great save, right? He saved Pot like that one save, but I mean, in general,
you know what? Otamendi, poor Otamendi. I mean, poor Odysseus, bro. Or Odysseus, man. Like, honestly, I never say that. People always give him shit, but today, bro, like
you too.
Yeah, I always give him shit, always. But today, I'm just like, poor Odysseus, bro. He's just sitting there like, fuck, I'm trying, bro. Like, I'm fucking trying. Like, please, somebody help me, bro. He's just like, all right. I thought he was doing the fucking the motherfuckers, hey,
jump.
It's your
birthday.
Poor guy, bro. I am too. I am. You're right. I am old.
One of the plays. I do want to touch on.
Yeah. I don't want to say nothing, but I did.
Let the men speak.
I mean, we're good.
Joe Pasquale has been trying.
Real quick, my play of the match was Darwin on the pass to João that could have made it a 1-1 game. For anyone that didn't see it, Darwin blasted by Porhu. Great play. And Darwin is capable of doing exactly what he did. It's down the left wing, taking the ball, putting his head down, his shoulder down, carrying the ball and slotting it back or scoring, right? It's how he scored against Neuer to start the Barca game, rather. Against Ter Stegen, he did the same thing against Bayern with Neuer and had a bad shot. But that's where Darwin is dangerous. That's what I think I'm really starting to learn. And I did appreciate his hustle because that's one thing I have not seen hustle from Chuck at all this year. When I say hustle again, it's not so much that he's not running after balls and stuff. It's just that Darwin runs angry. right? I want to see like Port guys and like these Sporting guys today. Sarabia, Nuno Santos. When you see Nuno Santos come to a game, obviously former Benfica player and everything, but he really fits the Sporting team perfectly because they're all kind of assholes a little bit. I shouldn't say that, but like he definitely is, right? Like and don't go out like he's like that classic, right? And he when he comes into the game, you know he's going to be like scary running. I want players. I want the other team, like Pineda said when the Nottingham Lopes was running. I want the other team to be scared of Benfica, right? Who are you scared of in this team? Otamendi. Verissimo, you were scared of too. Yeah. That's it. Those are the only two guys you're scared of. Everyone else, right? If you're a Benfica fan, you're scared of them having the ball, but you're not scared of them in a bad way, like as the opposition.
You know what? You know why you're right about that? Because when I see Darwin run, it's more like Darwin when you're running when you get in trouble. You're like running
like a badass kid.
You're like, oh my god, I can never do anything. Like they never let me score ever. Like how come they could never let me score? That's how he runs. Like why can I never? Like he's always like about to cry, bro. Every time. It's not one of those like 30 yeah. He's like it's not one of those like I'm about to get this motherfucking ball. I'm about to watch this shit right here, bro. It's more like that's what I can hear him make that noise.
Not again.
He's like. Like that's him.
Hey. Whilst that's happening, hey,
now that I'm thinking about it,
whilst all of that is happening, what's Odie doing in goal?
Just fucking hey. We're fucked up. This team is all fucked up.
Where the fucking Beatles?
Where
the Beatles?
This is like a bad rap group. That's what this team is. It's like a bad hip hop group. It's a terrible hip hop group, bro. That costs a lot of money.
Tried to go
this team costs a lot of money, bro. We got Silver Surfer in the back, fucking Andre Almeida. This is jokes, bro.
You got Almeida in the back playing the freaking what they call the Spanish maracas going. This is all I can do, really, guys. You know, like
you got Tarap making sure the team eats, right? You got Tarap back there making sure the team make every meal. Y'all gotta make. You guys talk about Odie. Yeah, he's out there.
Odie.
Yeah,
and Peasy throwing
Raven.
Hey, nah. Listen, Joe, Peasy is in the grill. He's going.
He's got his eyes on everything.
But he's got it, bro.
No, Peasy's like Peasy's in the back going.
Hey, Mel, the way we say it in Portuguese. The way we say it in Portuguese,
smacking his lips and shit all the time. You better stop smacking your lips at me, bro.
Tá a virar os frangos, Melo. Tá a virar os frangos. He's flipping over the chicken,
like the guy at the barbecue place.
He's flipping. He's like, oh, this was almost done, guys.
Yeah. he's like, Peasy, I'm over here. He's like, oh shit, I see you. Like, hey, I'm over here. Stop looking over there. I'm over here. Yeah. Fucking Peasy. You can just clown this team. It's embarrassing.
We have to have fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like and it is entertainment after all. I mean, it's supposed to be. I guess
it is. It's made me feel better. I'll tell you that.
Hey, real quick,
I'm gonna be laughing at that later on.
Hey, I got some memes that I'm gonna be dishing out. I got a lot of ideas.
When I put my Ben Gay on.
Okay.
I'm put my Ben Gay.
Joe, it's only about 3:15 in the morning here. It's all good. We've got enough time. Load of time.
No, Mario, and then I do have one. I want to get your thoughts on the Kiev game for everyone.
Okay, real quick. I was going to echo because I didn't see the match, just the whole organization, George Jesus, mentality, Choris, all there, done. Play of the match, me missing the game because it doesn't sound like it's something I want to see. Players of the match is all you guys in the chat and you guys here make me feel good about what I saw about this trashy situation. But as long as we got the people. That makes it good.
It's true, man. It's true.
So keep it short because we got to talk about Kiev. To me, do or die with Kiev. This is.
I agree.
So what are your thoughts in terms of like? I'm kind of curious to see first of all what your in general changes in the starting 11.
I'll go real quick because I would go Murat, bring him back. You got Vertonghen, Otamendi, Murat. You do that. You're going to go Grimaldo, Weigl, Shomaru. Oh, God. Do I go Lazaro again?
So that's what it really comes down to me is like, who do you play?
Gilberto. I'll put Gilberto.
Okay.
I would keep the Everton, Darwin, Rafa up there.
Nah, I'm out on that, but we'll get to it.
I think I would just for that side, unless you want.
Yeah, no, I'm out on that with Joe. I'm with Joe on that. I'm out on. You lost me at
Everton.
As soon as I seen your mouth go, I was like, oh, I'm done.
Unless you're gonna say everyone else stays on the bench, that's it. That's the only way you're gonna get me to co-sign with that.
I don't even eat onions on my food anymore because it's like, hey, can I get no onions on that?
I only get 3 onions, no cebolinha.
I'll tell you that shit right fucking now. I will embarrass you guys in this motherfucker, bro. Shit, it's McDonald's, bro. Like, come on, get it together. No fucking onions. Like, come on. I told you guys. Jesus, that's how bad.
Please just don't tell me you start Sparevich, man, Joe. Just don't tell me it's.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hey,
you know he would.
Listen, I think you Seth. Listen, Seth. If I'm saying, and this is why I still haven't really gotten. I'm gonna be Seth's biggest hater, right? And it's a good thing I'm in this country and can't go to Portugal and be stupid. Not that I would ever do such a thing, obviously, just jokes. But what I'm kind of getting at is that Seth still has the chance to redeem himself, right? I don't know what's going on today. I don't know if it's the game, but if JJ was to start, I wouldn't do this, but I'm saying I think it would be very interesting to see what would happen, right? Hypothetical. If he starts Gonçalo Ramos in the Champions League, right? In a game that's must win and he does something, then I think they could turn the tides. But what I want to see happen
when we need him.
It was right. What I want to see
So sorry to interrupt. What do you get when you get Mark from Southampton and Alex put together?
Shreezo.
Mark Mello.
Burrito?
Mark Mello. Holy shit, brother. What's up, brother? Hey. What's up? My guy.
Jay.
Mark
Mello?
My brother.
Damn,
God,
from another mother. You know, like
you think he's cousins with Miguel Gustavo too?
Hold on a second. Where the fuck is this guy? How do I?
That's my guy. What's up?
Sorry,
See, he just brought the.
No, you're good. That was
Alive,
hilarious. I'm glad you said it. I honestly, what I was gonna say real quick is, I want to see Morata back.
Hey,
Mario, like you said, I want to see Morata back, right back. If Nemanja is healthy, I don't know what his deal is. Diogo Gonçalves, is Diogo Gonçalves still in Portugal, or did he get sent to like the Bahamas or something?
He's hurt all the time.
Well, so I want to know like these injuries though. I actually haven't read into the injury report lately.
Supposed to be good.
But Gil Dias also, I mean, yo, you want to talk about having depth? Technically
Ethan,
speaking,
fuck off, Ethan.
Technically speaking, you have right backs. For right backs, you have Gilbert, you have André Almeida, you have Diogo Gonçalves, you have Gil Dias, you have Nemanja, and you have Valentino. That's 6 that don't even make one right back. But technically speaking, you have 6 right backs. Okay,
JJ will waste 3 substitutes on that position. Just remember,
and he'll still go in January and get another one from Brazil. But listen, hey, I want to see.
Yeah, I
want to see Morata.
Talking to you guys, sometimes, bro, this guy, like, fellas, I just want to say, sometimes talking to you guys, I'm not gonna lie. At the end of it, it does feel like we're a lot worse than we are sometimes. Like, I get off this show and I'm like, we're trash. Like, I get out this seat and I'm like, holy shit, we got problems. Why do we make it so hard on ourselves? Why does Benfica always make things so hard? JJ was a huge mistake. It stunted a lot of growth of this team to break free. I think it just all happened too late, man. Fuck. It's we're gonna need Dr. Phil. Hey, I'm gonna message Dr. Phil, see if he can come on.
I want from this team. I actually do want us to go back. I know I was shitting on Chuck earlier, but I do kind of think about like what worked for Benfica. It was the Darwin, Chuck, and Rafa front 3. Right? They scored like the 9 goals in 9 games or whatever it was, or had like crazy.
It looked good early on. It looked really good.
That was working for us.
We're fucked, to be fair. That's what I'm talking about, Rainin. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Let's just fucking, let's just be honest. Like, in what way? Like, what are we going off of to think that Benfica is gonna get? They couldn't do it the first time. What?
Kevin,
what are we going off of in this game?
Hope and being at home, which today showed me that it doesn't mean much.
Yeah. It hasn't meant much. It hasn't meant much. The luge is like, it's not a home field advantage.
The only thing
anymore.
I can say again, and this I just hate saying it because it's stupid when you look at it in hindsight and you're like, well, like You should have, fired him there. You should have made changes here, right? Obviously, everything hindsight's 2020. But the thing that I look at is like you're still in all the competitions right now. If you lose on Wednesday, that's the first one you're gone. If you lose, like that's what this December is so decisive. If you're out of 2 competitions, whether it's the Champions League and the Taça, obviously Taça Portugal, right? Or it's the Champions League and the Liga because you lose to Porto and you lose another game or drop points, right? He's gone. I mean, changes need to be made. Obviously, we got into all that stuff already.
It would mean we're out of the Champions League because we couldn't get 1 win out of 2 matches against a Kiev.
Well, so that's what it comes down to.
Like when I say we don't advance, it's because we got 0 wins against Kiev after 2 matches.
Whoa, I'm like chomping at the bit right now.
And the thing to me is like the reason why Mello, I kind of got sidetracked there.
No,
about hope.
Good.
I talked about hope. It's because this team, Spartak, needed to be wins. We got 2-0 wins. Turns out they were
down
trash.
with hope, up with
hope. Right?
I think it's the other way around. But
hey, PSV,
I'm going that way.
We needed a win. Listen, when Verissimo got sent off against PSV, I wrote us off.
That was worried. Yeah.
I wrote us off. I said this Gakpo kid and Götze are going to score and make me hate myself. Right? It's going to be another one where we end up in the Europa League. All my friends make fun of me. I make fun of myself. Blah blah blah. Can't listen to the Champions League hymn for like months. Right? But then we did that game.
Well, right? Yeah, you'll get to. Well, don't worry. You might get to listen to the Europa League flute.
I hate it more than you, Mello. It's like the Pied Piper of all the hopeless romantics for their clubs.
Every time the European, what's it called?
It sounds like hold music.
Every time the Europa League. Nah, bro, I'm telling you, man. Every time
that Europa League fucking
tune goes on, 3 snakes come out in the garden.
Yeah.
You're like fucking it's scary as fuck, bro. Close your windows, man. I'm telling you.
No, Europa League music is like hold music, like when you call in your cable company and shit.
Okay,
like,
real quick, the Rui Vitória Spartak bit was absolutely hilarious.
Yo, you guys see that? Like the guy got actually really pissed off apparently.
Yeah,
what happened?
Yeah.
For that moment, I'm holding that guy back. He looks like he's doing well out there.
Beat Napoli and the Napoli coach refused to shake his hand like at the end of the game.
Yeah. But I love how he just stopped. He's like,
again,
mature
Portuguese soccer, Portuguese football working for everyone else. But for Benfica in Portugal, I just don't understand it.
For Roma, but we're gonna
don't understand it. Go get I think I said go get a foreign coach, man. That's what we need, man. Go get
seriously, we need
go get a foreigner.
There's a lot of Portuguese.
There's no
talent.
Brexit out there in Portugal.
I'm not sure if Portugal
get that work permit, baby.
I'm not sure if Portuguese coaches in Portugal is going to work for Benfica right now. I think you need kind of like a little period where you bring in a German coach, or you bring in a foreign coach, I should say, that's just qualified. He could be Italian, he could be anything. Right, ideally, kind of colder, like German would be nice. And then he clears out. These Portuguese guys aren't going to. André Almeida might not, love running hard in preseason. Right, he's not going to get days off like he will with JJ. Same with PZ, same Gabriel. These guys aren't going to have it easy with a new coach.
Because that's where he needs to run next year. If André Almeida plays for this team next year, bruh, I'm not coming on the show at all. I won't be on the show at all for the 2022 season, bro. I swear to God.
I swear, if Gabriel actually is still on the payroll, I'm not.
Find a fucking replacement because I'm not coming. This fucking guy. Talk about him. Whoa, I got to talk about him? I'd rather talk, I don't know. I'd rather, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that sounds right.
I don't want to get into joke, but I'd rather hear about how my girlfriend's day was at work. When the girls always tell you their day at work, you're like, oh,
yeah, no, that's
she's right behind you.
And then Emily said this, and then Emily said the bitch.
You don't mean it,
every time I
Nelly.
talk to Emily, you're like, oh my god,
Emily as well.
Now
that's always a fucking Emily.
Now I'd rather talk about Emily all day. I'd go to hey babe, how was your day? Tell me all about your work. Then come in here and talk about André Almeida for this fucking team again. I swear to God, me and her relationship next year are gonna be even fucking closer. We're gonna be.
You get married next year, bro.
Yeah, but exactly.
Co-worker that's Andrea or like Andrea or something. It makes you.
Hey, Melu, you either get married or you get a threesome, bro. One or the other, bro.
Yeah, my girlfriend's gonna write a letter to Andrea Almeida, say, Andrea Almeida, I just want to thank you for helping my relationship grow. You being on the team has really helped us move forward in our lives. We have accomplished things. We take walks. He listens to me. Thanks, Andrea Almeida. for being
We take
selfish.
walks.
Meanwhile, Melo's listening is the whole time. How is this dude at this club?
Yeah.
We now walk, which is great. I mean, we get out of the house now,
He'll be like, yeah, and Emily's
we
be
get
like,
out,
what?
we do
What?
things. I didn't know anything about him until you decided to come out of
He's a
retirement to play for
new
Benfica
man,
again. Fuck me, Jesus Christ!
He's the man that my mother dreamed
The
of.
way the universe works.
Yeah.
I saw someone say in the chat, they fired George Jesus, make Almeida the coach.
Oh my God, dude!
I'd rather have LFG
Hey,
back
hey.
as president.
Hey, if that happens,
Oh god.
hey Mel, if that happens, not only do you get married, you have twins, bro, because you have so much time on your hands.
One's gonna be called. I'm gonna name one Andre and the other one Almeida. It's gonna be fucking
No,
Andre.
no,
Almeida's gonna be
call
my
him-
twins.
no,
Get your
call
ass
one
over here.
Shaw.
Almeida,
one-
get your ass. They're gonna be
That was
born
called
with
social
gray
services.
hair.
No,
They're
no,
gonna
no.
have gray
You
streaks.
gotta call
in their
one
hair.
Shaw
Kids.
and the other one Risu.
Bad knees.
Like, hey,
Why,
Shaw,
they can
Risu,
so they
come
can-
here,
so
man.
he can tear his ACL when he gets out the womb. I'm good. I gotta get a strong name like Old Amendi. Call him Old Amendi.
Old man.
That's what I'll call him. Yeah, no, I don't need this
Bina.
shit in my
I
life.
like
I
how
said
they call
Bina.
him
That
in
would be the
general,
worst
though.
thing.
Lord
The-
FC,
the
real
Champions
quickly.
League Twitter.
They're on their third potential back-to-back championships. So I got something to cheer for here in camp.
Wow.
Or
That's a
just,
good
oh,
shit.
Mario,
Nice,
thanks
bro.
for
I
bringing
wish
it in.
I wish
You
I
have a
support
good
any
team.
other team. but
I
Benfica.
got something I can cheer for domestically.
I actually I went to the Revolution, the New England Revs playoff game. They were the best team in the MLS.
You guys actually got a team in MLS now. Hey, congratulations!
No, we were one of the buddy. We've had them for 25 something years.
He's like,
They
yeah,
never
we've been
won.
in the
Were
league.
they really
We've
there for
been in the
25
league
years?
since
They were
'96,
missing
bro.
for a
What are you
while, eh?
talking
They
about?
were like we've never won. So we've never won the final. We've had a couple good teams because we used to
They're
have
looking
Steve
good now.
Dempsey. We used to have Steve Dempsey play for us. We used to have like Steve Ralston, who wasn't obviously as big of a name. Taylor Twellman, like good players. Whatever, couldn't get stuff done. Bruce Arena now is our coach. So a lot of people
Oh, we
know
have
Bruce Arena from.
because could one of you guys
Love
read
this.
what's going on here down here at the LC Fernandes? What's
Oh,
this?
so he said, I'm from Brazil. He's a Flamengo fan, and he's wondering if JJ is pretty much going to get fired, like if he's going to fall. So-
you look. You can have. I hope
Well, I'll do
You
a
can have
manager
him.
swap. I'll
You
take
can
your
have
guy.
him.
I don't know who he is. I'll just take him.
Fuck
Hey,
him.
I got
Fuck
a
him.
good song for you guys.
I'll take the River Plate guy.
Gallardo. I wish we got him.
I would. You know,
I
Dude,
do
I would take
things.
the Chivas fucking head coach right now. Like anyone
Chivas.
but JJ.
Damn.
I'd
Damn.
take Forge FC. Forge
I'll take
FC's
Alexi
winning
Lauer.
championships, bro.
He's
Who's
pretty good. I
managing
like that
Forge
guy. Yeah, bring him
FC?
on.
Paul Forge
Hey,
FC. What's his
hey,
name?
hey,
Steve
hey,
Williams.
Melo,
It's got to be
Melo,
something like
breathe.
that, real Canadian like.
apply for the
Right.
job, bro. Apply for the job, bro.
Hey, I saw a couple funny. There's some really
I
funny.
only
I
wanted
got
a job
it,
so I
by the
could
way.
get all
The
the
Forge
sweat.
FC
Hey, can we go?
Bobby.
Can we go back to
Yeah,
that
Bobby.
raining entertainment comment? Can we go back to that raining? Yeah,
Sure,
Benfica
sure.
tá fudido, ponto. Like the easy as hell. Like Benfica tá fudido, ponto. You know, that's it. Benfica tá fudido, ponto. You know, I love that. It's so simple, but so, you know, I always say in Portuguese,
Kevin.
eficaz. So spot on, man. It's simple as that. If we keep JJ, Benfica tá fudido, ponto. We're fucked. Full stop.
Já tá
That's it.
fedido.
You know?
You're
And
in the
just because of
process
that,
getting Fudid. You're mid.
I need a wee.
right now.
I need a wee. I'm going for a wee. You know, you guys carry on. You know,
His
I
name
need
is
a wee.
Bobby Smirnoidis.
Yeah,
That is the head
Milionis.
coach's name.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Smirnoidis. He's from Greece.
I want-
Gotta
I
be
want-
Greece Canadian. Gotta be
I
from
want,
that Greece
Milionis.
Canadian.
Hey, bring Scolari back, man. Where's Scolari at?
I'll take Scolari.
Look at Mel.
Yeah,
Joe,
while we're
Joe's
at it,
face
let's
has
call
changed,
Coleman.
man.
Let's call Ronald. Say, hey Ronald, what you doing? Hey Ronnie,
Actually,
What's
Boys,
going
I
on,
tell you
Ronnie?
what,
I'd
I tell you
rather
what,
have-
I
Wanna
probably
come
wouldn't
fuck
have
our
said
team
no.
up?
That's the problem. That's how you know Benfica tá fedido.
I know,
That's
that's bad in a joke. Come on, mate. You carry on. I need
Yeah.
this.
Hey,
Like,
do you
I'm
remember-
just-
the guy
hey,
Bobby was
do you
born
remember a
next
couple
to
years ago when I
the
said
fact I
that
said that,
wanted,
man.
Yeah.
Remember a couple years ago when I asked for Emery? Remember Arsenal let him
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
and I'm like, dude, remember a lot of people laughed.
And then
at
he
me,
won
bro.
the Europa League.
Emery, and then he won the Europa League. That's exactly where I was going with that. I got shit on my own show, on our own show. They're like, "Are you fucking stupid?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" Oh, they're like, "Have you seen him?" I'm like, "I've seen him. I know. I know
Yeah.
you better than JJ." But I got laughed for that. And now
Sorry,
look at it.
Benfica.
I bet.
Dude,
I bet a lot of us would rather have.
I got hope. I always got hope.
Well, the thing with Benfica, seriously, that is really it's a kind of sad that other clubs can't be like us. Is you can have a poorly run club, But Benfica, at any moment, if they go, hey, you guys can't spend any money, we're taking away your starting 11, you say, okay, give us 2 years and we'll be competing for the league in Europe.
We should
again,
do that on
our own,
volition.
essentially.
We should do that on our own shit, like on our own mentality.
The way,
think forward, think of the future. Sell jerseys from young kids. Don't sell old Mendy jerseys. Don't sell fucking Vertonghen jerseys, bro. Those jerseys don't mean shit to me. Honestly,
like
I've never bought a jersey with real quick. I'm sorry, Luis. I've never bought a jersey with the name in the back, ever.
You started to sound like Trump.
I have one. And
think of the future. You know, like,
build the wall.
That guy wasn't about the future.
Wall.
That guy was.
I don't know. It's about.
Hey, but no, you're saying something on point, Joe Erickson, which managed us many years back, and I'm pretty sure it's him that said this quote. And I could be wrong. So someone could correct me. Is when you coach a club like Benfica, odds are you could accidentally be a champion. That's the reality. You look at the number of Ligas.
Imagine how much harder it is to fuck it all up, Mario.
In a span of like it
3
is
3 years in a row.
Yeah, you can't. It's the odds are in your favor to potentially win something.
Here's the thing.
You walk in with the youth we got, the talent we got. It's your job to screw up.
You know what's more insane, Mario? Is listen, we're always talking about these big clubs, right? The Super League, like you hate this whole idea, and I do too, of like money ruining football, right? You wish it was just based off of youth and kind of these local contacts, whatever, right? It's just not the reality of it. In Portugal, though, think of being a small club. Think of being Santa Clara, who has to sell their best players because they have negative money and they have no fans go to the game, right? Think of being them when you have Benfica that spends 100 million poorly and is still supposed to win the league. Benfica, with the investment that they make, is supposed to win the league. This is, again, self-explanatory. Everyone knows this, but I just want people to remember that this isn't just saying things that could happen. This works. Ajax does it. You build a team with the youth, like me and Melo are saying, like a lot of us are saying, and you fill the gaps with people that you need. Okay, right now, what does the Benfica youth team not have that's great? A goalie. Let's be real. Svilar, whatever, like we don't really know. But like you look at it, Samuel Suarez, like the youth prospects aren't really great. There's one American kid actually who grew up a Benfica fan, CJ Dos Santos.
Oh, CJ.
He's not playing that much, but I do love that kid, and I would love to talk to him one day. But listen, it's a goalie. Center backs, you have Pedro Álvaro. You have, Tomás Araújo. You have outside backs with Sandro Cruz and these guys, right? You have Mbalu. You have wingers. You have Camará. You have central midfielders. You have Dantas. You have Paulo Bernard. You have a ton, again, I already mentioned wingers, kind of, forwards and like attackers. Tiago Araújo, Tiago Veia, Henrique Rouge, all these guys, right? Gonçalo Ramos, when he plays there. You have all these guys. You look at like a spot. Listen, you're going to have guys that can play, but aren't going to exceed. That's what you need to do. You need to spend the money in other ways. You don't need to go, listen, we spent money on Darwin, 24 mil. Boom. Kind of didn't work out. Let's bring in Chuck, another 16, 18 mil. Oh, let's also throw in you guys they're throwing money at issues instead of trying to think, like you said, Melo, at the future. Like they're thinking right now, like, oh, that didn't work out. Let's buy this guy so fans don't get pissed. So at least we got one right.
Yeah.
Jonathan, I'm not even gonna get into the loan stuff.
If you look at from Ferreira to RDT to Castillo, it's been this constant, like we've been in panic mode with the striker position.
Since Jonas.
Pure panic.
Seth, the year of COVID, missed as many opportunities as he did, right? He probably missed one for every goal, if not more. But he did end up with 30 goals. Yeah. But still, he wasn't the solution. That was just like even a blind squirrel finds a nut. One of my favorite expressions.
Well, what was it?
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. Luck.
Probably his own nut, but yeah.
hey, that's none of my business.
Yeah. I don't really have much to say.
I thought he was going to say,
now that I think about it, I mean, I just don't know how we got embarrassed in our own house. Like, aside from that, we got embarrassed in our own house. And I don't know. Somebody's got to do something.
Okay, can I do something? I'm gonna be at the last. So CJ Santos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he follow us?
No, but he follows me.
Everybody follows you, bro. Like
I'd say get him on the pod, but I don't want the poor kid to get spun.
Doesn't Nuno Gomes follow you?
Oh, I got so many different things. Nuno Gomes likes me, buddy.
Does he follow you?
Mario actually?
We should start shooting our shot, guys. Start shooting our shot.
No, just hit him up.
Remember the one time I DM'd Freddie Adu? He didn't want to come on the show though.
Who? Fuck
Freddie,
him.
dude.
Hey, he said something realistic about Ronaldo.
Did he?
Yeah,
But
he said real quick for anyone that doesn't know, it's a pretty cool story because obviously I'm assuming most of us are Brian. That's pretty cool that he's a family friend. Tell the family that we love him because I did actually read an interview with him and it was pretty cool. And he is with the B team. He's like a lot of times on the bench there.
Hey Brian, put in a good word, man. Bring him on a show.
Yeah.
We'll have a little. We'll be nice to him, obviously.
I used to be Florentine. But what I was gonna say real quick was Freddie Adu pretty much said that when he was at United, that Ronaldo was the only player to really talk to him and like offer to take him to dinner and stuff. And everyone else, when he was there, he was just like another guy that was like on trial or whatever. Like,
Freddie Adu. Really, okay.
Yeah, he was like the 14-year-old professional, like the youngest professional ever in the MLS, like in the US. And he obviously came to Benfica, blah blah blah. But
you know why?
Why?
He was thinking this guy's from the US. It must know Paris Hilton.
Kardashian. That's actually really funny.
Me and Joe don't know fucking Paris Hilton, Luis. We're fucking American.
Speak for yourself, Mello. I don't either, but just speak for yourself. I could know her. Yes. I don't, but I could.
But we don't. I didn't tell not one lie.
Hey, can I just say something?
You got lucky. You got lucky.
Being American, it wouldn't be my one thing. Like if you can get to know one person, it wouldn't be Paris Hilton.
Hey, all 430 million of us. Hey, you know this guy? You know this?
Right.
Boris,
but you know what? I've had my fill. I got to go to the store.
I just want to say, guys, like I don't mean to be soppy dickhead, but or a vibrating dickhead, but like honestly, man, like. I drove home. I was like, I just can't be fucking ass today, man. You know, it was foggy as fuck. I couldn't see shit. Work was fucking shit.
We lost 3-1. Isn't it always fucking foggy?
Listen,
it's not like it's a regular day.
That's just standard, you know, like, you know.
Friday.
You know, you turn the lights on and the fog lights come on automatically.
Jack the Ripper's probably somewhere lurking around.
Anyway, bottom line, I just want to say, man, I was in two minds of coming on. I thought, I'm just in a bad mood. I don't want to. And you guys, like, you know, you cheer me up all the time. So fair play to you. And just because of that, I'm giving away a fucking, you know, pair of socks, man. So, you know,
hey, real quick though, for everyone, we should remind them of the giveaway. So
that's a good shout. Go on, you do it. No, you do it. I'm adding a pair of socks, mate.
I'll retweet the tweet out originally, but
the link's there, mate.
Qualify.
We'll get the someone will get a pair of socks
on Wednesday.
And a shirt.
We will be giving out an official white or red Benfica Adidas jersey of their choice. You can get a player on the back. If they go through and it's a CEF goal, I think the answer is pretty clear. You're getting a CEF jersey, right? But yeah, in all seriousness, we'll be doing a giveaway and we'll be giving one away if they win. So not that you needed another reason to root for them.
If they don't, we're giving away an Andre Almeida jersey. You have no choice but to take it. It's going to be an extra large. You have to wear it. It's just the luck of the draw. So,
or we get a who is JJ jersey.
All that, yeah.
Or we're gonna make shirts. Before, what did Reigning Entertainment say earlier, Luis?
Benfica está feliz, ponto.
That's it.
That's gonna go around the whole you know, it's gonna go down to your freaking thighs.
Kevin wants to know what size the socks.
It's
one
like,
size fits all, Kev.
It's gonna like fit into your shorts. You know, like you're gonna have to get some shorts. Yeah, can I just say as well?
Your nuts.
I'm hey, even the blind squirrels find some nuts every now and then.
What was it? The socks probably come in with a built-in nut sack on those. You lift them all the way, and it's got, you know.
Honestly, I'm guessing we did a draw live, right? We'll do a draw live. We'll find the winner because on the link, I'll then give you the link, Joe. You can go onto it and just press find winner, and it sort of does a draw live.
Automatic.
Yeah, but we can do it twice, and we can do one for the socks as well. These are
that'd be cool.
These are some sick socks, man. Guys, I'm not saying that, man. These are fucking sick socks. Look at this. Do your thing in that, yeah. You know, like fucking, you know, like
those are the ones with.
You should send us to Seth. Send them to the Stadio de Luz.
Hey. I mean, I got enough. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I got enough.
Hey, Mario.
Party.
The other day when fucking Ethan was like, "Hey, Mario, what's Ottawa like?" And I told him, "Open your ice box, stick your head in there, and that's what Ottawa's like, bro."
Hey,
I howled.
I was like, he's gonna laugh. I was like, Mario better laugh at this. Like that's joke.
That's funny. And you see my response where cold and then cold as
cold as shit. What's Ottawa like? Just stick your head in your freezer.
I wait.
Try to close the door 5 times.
That was when
that's what going to Ottawa is. I'm sure is
freezing my ass at the Revs game. Was there any context as to why he asked that?
No idea. I don't understand. It just came out of nowhere. It came out. I like the kid.
Ethan loves to ask us about questions about North America. Like I showed him my Chevy when I got a new car. I showed him
by the way, congrats,
I showed him my Chevy, and he was like, "That's the most American thing." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Your car." I was
getting a new car.
My old car. He's like, when I think of America, this is a real conversation we had. When I think of America, I just think of a bunch of cars like that on the road. I'm like,
you know why?
Christ.
Because his idea of America is GTA 5.
And welcome to Benfica After 90 behind the scenes.
Bing bang. That's his. That's what he thinks America is. Bing bang, fuck your life, fucking Byron, fucking Byron.
That and what?
Coney Island's got America fucked up now because of this shit.
Halloween. He liked all the Halloween decorations.
Coney Island is to the U.S.
Ethan's idea of America is GTA 5 and WAP. You know, like
WAP.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's
ding
it,
bang.
man.
That's what he thinks it
ding
is. He's
bang.
like, that's all you guys do, just ding bang. He's gonna come here. He's gonna do that. Cause he's like, yeah, nice to meet you. Bing bang.
This is too good.
The first hood rat he sees does that to their face.
Yeah. You guys have any chorizo? Is there any chorizo?
Look at him trying to sound British and that, yeah.
Poor guy.
Trying to sound British and that, yeah. Come on,
he's like, you guys. He's gonna message us. He's like, really? You guys spent 5 minutes just ragging on me at the end of this show? We love you. We love you, Byron.
Byron.
All right, guys.
All right, let's get the hell out of here.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Sir, this is Wendy's. Thanks for putting us back in our place, Cynthia.
That was amazing. Well done. Well done.
All right, guys. Kiev on Wednesday. Got to win.
Yeah, thanks to everybody. Shouts out to everybody for the donations, all of that. Just know that those donations aren't going to vacations. You know, we're not buying fucking portraits of ourselves to hang up in the house. It'll go to keeping the show going. Yeah,
there's going to socks.
So we appreciate it. We really do, and we appreciate y'all coming. Man, we just try to be here to, you know what I mean. It was a sad day in Benfica world.
I'm like coming off of it, not that upset. So thanks.
Yeah, me too. I'm coming out of it. Like I said, we too grown for this shit. That's why we come here. Let's stick to this shit.
It's true though.
Honestly,
I mean it.
Let's keep it amongst ourselves.
I mean it,
man. That's not a joke at all.
Let's keep it among ourselves. Let's act like we've been there before. You feel me? But these things, I'm not lashing out at no sporting. I said it. I put on my Twitter, hey, good game. Like, y'all got it. You know what I mean? Shake hands. Y'all did it.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm too old. I'm not arguing with nobody. Y'all beat us. Y'all ass. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm done.
There ain't no other way to put it. You know what I mean? So shout out to, us getting our ass beat.
I'll be honest, guys. I drove home. I was moody. I was listening to some sad songs. Evanescence and shit.
We're gonna have to get that group chat.
Yeah, I'm definitely in on that. I'll try to figure something out.
Yeah, we definitely got to set up
on WhatsApp. We'll get an invite. Follow us on Twitter because we'll post it on Twitter probably, and then Ethan will be like, he'll post it on.
We went really, really long, but I think it was necessary.
It was worth it. We need to decompress.
Yeah. Ethan, love you, brother.
Hey, we can have a 90 group chat.
Big game coming up. I'll put the fun intro, and boom, we're gonna win.
And also,
hey, the way before we go, all three of us. I didn't cut myself. What fucking mug? All four of us. We're winning Wednesday, man. I can't watch that game, but we're fucking doing it, boys.
You're right.
So
I feel that way too.
We're doing it, man.
But maybe not.
I feel ready to go.
We're winning.
Live, unfortunately.
No,
I feel ready to go. 3-1 at home versus Sporting. No big deal. We got Kiev. Let's get it. I'm feeling confident.
Chicken Kiev, man. It's quite nice, you know.
Let's go. Goulash.
All right, guys. Take care.
The goulash.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Peace. Bing bang. Fuck.
Comboio Alfa CP Comboios de Portugal, procedente de Lisboa, Santa Apolónia e com destino a Braga, que deverá dar entrada chegada é às 16 horas e